What's up, everybody? Welcome to Underground Crypto. Running a little bit behind here. Just one more second. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Underground Crypto. Running a little bit behind here. Just one more second. What's up, everybody? Welcome to So much echo. I guess I have it up on my computer. Okay, let's kill that. Alright, cool. And let me make it so everybody can see. Like I said, I was just running a minute behind everybody. Crypto bubbles. Alright. And we are live. I should probably put it in the Discord, so everybody can see. All right, how's everybody feeling tonight? All right, I am in the right stream. I thought there was already a comment from Blues Guy. Maybe that was from yesterday. I'm not sure. No, there is. So weird. I feel like I'm in the wrong chat, or I have the wrong stream or something, but I don't think so. I just don't see Blues Guys chat in here, but I see it on my computer. All right, well, I'm splitting hairs here. I do apologize. Welcome to Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. Sorry for the little bit of inconvenience there. Everything looks pretty red. Co-AI down 41.8%. As the market has mostly tumbled. Small recovery, but mostly tumbled, right? The hour doesn't look much better. Not much to report here. I mean, Zcash down 2.4% in the hour. In the day, it's up 5.9%. Really just ENA up 8.2% and Zcash up 5.9%. And then, of course, the big loser of the day is Co-AI. We'll very quickly go over our numbers, as they are somewhat kind of depressing here. And that is 106,443 for Bitcoin. Ethereum 3,833. BNB $1,071. XRP $2.30, not the greatest. Solana $182. Tron 30 cents, almost 31 cents really. Dogecoin 18 cents, getting beat up on. 62 cents for Cardano. And Chainlink $16.61. XLM 30 cents. Hyperliquid $35.40. That thing is getting beat up. Sui also getting beat up, $2.44. Avalanche $19.95, just broke under $20. HBAR 16 cents. So that's pretty interesting. Definitely wonder where everybody's at tonight. It is Friday night. Lots of people have lots of things to do. Let me check the Discord real quick. Yep, I did post it in the right place. We are live. And let's go look at what is trending. I know I'm interested in what's trending. Who else is here with us? That Blues Guy? You can see there's a couple people here. Oh, Prime Minister of Japan. Yo, what's up, brother? Hope all is well. All is definitely well, man. Hope you're doing well. We're just kicking off here. We've been live for like 5 minutes. And we're checking out what is trending. So, of course, Chain Opera, although it is down in the 24 hours, 42.9%, which is a decent amount. Then we have Knock. And Knock on the 7-day is up 569%. He says, yeah, we all beat down, bro. Just another day in paradise. It will pass like all things do. Yeah. And anybody who's been around for a while knows we've been in this position many a times. Feels a little different because I don't know, the timing or the 4-year cycle. Most people really feel like we should be going by now. I'll be certainly looking at where, if we end this month and there's just nothing and we're still plummeting or something, I'll definitely have to do some reevaluating. I think we'll go past the normal 4-year cycle. It's what I'm thinking right now. I don't know how far past. Might be a month, might be 2 months, might only be a couple of weeks, could be a year. Nobody knows. Crypto Maniac, yo, what's up, man? Appreciate you hopping in. We are just kicking off the show tonight, as we've been live for like 7 minutes. So, wow, BTC trending. I'm sure it was. Aster, Zcash, Tether Gold, XPL, Ethereum. Of course, Bitcoin's trending. BitTensor and stable STBL. Nothing all that great in price action, right? At least in the trending, right? We're going to go to the top gainers, top losers. The Fear and Greed Index has ticked up one. You know, it was 22 yesterday. Now it's 23. Not Chain looks bullish, but there is no web wallet. It's one of those mining projects. Now is the best time to buy this is where the money is made in the lows. In my opinion, it will be an extended cycle. Yeah. I'm rocking with that as of right now, for sure. All right, let's go to trending on CoinGecko. Or, I'm sorry, Crypto Rank. We already did CoinGecko. See what we got going on today. So, Lena is trending. Haven't seen that trend in a little while. INSO for building applications and stuff like that. Starknet, BTC, DeFi, Monad. Up top of the head, I forget what Monad is. Website. It's a layer 1. That's right. It's a layer 1. All about speed, you know. As most layer 1s are. They are still in testnet. So it's one to keep an eye on for sure. But I don't know. I feel like the days of layer 1s being the most promising bang for your buck, kind of over. We have too many layer 1s now, right? Layer 1s are not as exciting. They just don't mean what they used to mean. WBAI, or Whitebridge. Talked about this thing several times. Tiny market cap, still under 8 million. I think it was at like 10 million yesterday, wasn't it? What's this chart looking like? I gotta change the color on this. It drives me nuts. And the thickness. Where is it? Oh no, I don't want to lock it more. Alright, I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much right now. But maybe something like this. With the price action being so new, I mean, who knows? I don't know why it's leaning backwards there. Who knows? Who knows? We'll draw that, see what happens over time. Maybe I do need to start the show a little later. I do notice that it takes a minute for people to roll in. It almost takes 20-30 minutes. Do I need to start at, well, I say 8:30 instead of 8, but that could mean something totally different to everybody else, right? So Whitebridge has been on our radar. We've gone over it several times in the last few days. Aptos, Sui, Bitcoin. I mean, if you don't know what these projects are, you're very new to crypto, and you could just throw that in the chat. But I see that everybody here probably knows what those projects are. Lab. We looked at Lab yesterday. This is 32 cents. The price action on the chart looks healthy. Only at 9.24 million though, right? So this is not like a really big project. They got 200K from Binance Wallet. Lab, the ultimate multi-chain trading infrastructure. You know, trade fast, outperform other traders, launch your own tokens within seconds. So they have like a launch pad as well as a terminal. Let's go look at it. Lab.pro. Your all-in-one trading terminal. You got to log in with Telegram though? And it's on a wait list if you don't have an invite code. So it's in a private beta. Just like Lighter, which we've yet to see actually launch their native coin. I mean, this thing could be promising as far as price go up. At this point, I'm a little bit tired of the decentralized exchanges, for sure. Blues Guy in the house, as I'm sure he had just got off. So shout out to you, Blues Guy, for getting here as quick as you can. Always appreciated. I'm going to go ahead and follow them. Definitely follow me, Crypto Ron, with the blue check mark at _ground crypto. And that is _ground crypto because underground crypto was taken by somebody. Somebody thought of it before me. 717. Wow, 717.5 thousand followers. That is a lot of followers. Said they joined June 2024. A lot of times I feel like you can't really trust this date that they say they joined. Although this has 4,522 posts. So they could be around that long, right? They could. Obviously, they were probably building. They were probably talking about all kinds of different stuff. And so maybe they got some excitement. It's a lot of followers. So how does that play? Their pin post is from October 14th. And it has 446,000 impressions. Trying to pull a not reposted post. Yeah, 103,000. Wow. Wow. Something about the attention that this thing seems to have, assuming that it is, of course, not bought and paid for. Man, I'm going to write this down. This lab one is one to watch. Of course, like I said, I'm totally over the perpetual DEX craze. But that doesn't mean it's going to stop. Nobody cares what I think. Do we have any info on Lighter as where they are? And the release and how to get on it. Well, as far as getting on it, as far as farming the points, just go to Lighter, you know, and buy. Or go to Lighter and start using it. By buy, I mean not buy the Lighter token. I mean like get in there, buy some BTC, trade it up and down with USDT, whatever you're going to do, right? Just like you would trade anywhere else on a centralized exchange. And they have like some kind of... I know they have a leaderboard and stuff. They have some kind of point rewards for doing this stuff as well. And then there's speculation on an airdrop based off of those points. I would say that's probably pretty reasonable. I would say there's high likelihood that that's going to happen. But nothing in crypto is guaranteed. I mean, if you don't see that in the market right now, I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, this thing's giving me vibes that it could do stuff. Looks like a lot of connections to Binance and stuff like that. New perp listing. So the coin, I think, is listed on Aster, Lab, River, ZBT, Binance futures listing. New airdrop season is live. So it does look like you need some kind of referral or something to get into it, is what it said when you try to launch the terminal. Log in with Telegram. If you don't have an invite code, hit join the wait list. So you have to kind of figure out what they want you to do to get in here. Sometimes it's as simple as going to Discord or a Telegram and just getting a referral code and doing some kind of verification that you're not a bot or something like that, right? Sorry, I keep going back and forth between there. This looks really interesting. We looked at it yesterday, but it almost looks like they've upgraded their website and stuff, because their website definitely looked different yesterday. And this is Launch Lab Pro. It's also in a beta, and it says you can launch your own token. Airdrop is live. Farm airdrop. So invite friends and earn 35% of your friends' fees, and of 5% of your friends' fees, 5% of your friends' fees. Okay. Why does it, am I tripping, or does it seem like it says the same thing, of your friends' fees? Oh, of your friend's feed. That's what I was missing. Okay. It's got little dots like there's more to see here. I guess you just hit continue. That makes more sense. Trade and create tokens to get airdrop of 40% of your tokens. Tokenize communities. Unite holders of your token in one Telegram chat. Power to the community. Lab unites all of your token holders in one group chat. So this thing looks like it very much lives on Telegram, right? Log in with Telegram. This is really interesting. Maybe this is where we make a community token. But then it gets confusing. If I make a community token with this, what happens, you know, when I want to make another token, and then we'll have like duplicate tokens? That sounds complicated, but this looks really cool. I'm definitely going to mess around with Lab a little bit on my own time and check it out. Let me get rid of tabs that we don't need. I don't know. This Lab looks pretty cool. Looks like there might be a lot of traction in it because of the airdrop giveaway, right? All right. Hilarious. My best friend from Africa came back from visiting family, and he lives across me, or like across from me. I just saw that he's back, and we started chatting. And I yelled, bro, you came back darker, you purple. You hilarious. I'm sure he was getting plenty of sun out there in Africa, that's for sure. It's hot. All right, let's move along here. Lab, I really like Lab. Lab's tiny, 9.6 million. I don't know. Lab looks like it could be a hot play. I don't know what if I almost am thinking Lab might be a better play than WBAI. Of course, the feel of the market right now is not amazing, right? And then these will be lows, though. If the market does turn around, you know, if the market turns around and decides to be bullish a week from now, 2 weeks from now, you know, some of these, that time between then and now, between now and whenever that happens, could be great lows. It's buying the fear, and who knows. I like Lab for what we looked at, Blue Sky. It's just a small token, right? Like this token here has a cool little 63.8 million in market cap, and the other one has like 6 million in market cap or whatever. So it's like it could get to these, and this is still a tiny market cap, and you would already be up, you know? Recall. And what is Recall? I know we've been over it, but let's touch on it again. Tokenized market for AI. Join millions of users already funding, ranking, and discovering the AI they need with Recall's skill market. So fund AI that matters. Pool tokens to signal which AI skills are valuable and incentivize developers around the world. So research, financing, business, coding, predictions, medicine. Okay. Interesting. Boost winning AIs to earn. So it looks like it's going to be a marketplace for AI. I mean, isn't that what Fetch AI was supposed to be? Whatever happened to Fetch AI? Let's launch the app and see what they built here. Reject all the cookies. Enter the arena. Browse leaders. You got perps trading competition on Hyperliquid. Perps trading competition. Oh, is complete on Hyperliquid? So it looks like maybe they started another one. Yeah, this one was the 13th to the 17th. This one's going to be the 20th to the 24th. So this one ended like today, or is ending today. Then you got paper trading competitions, Symphony Live trading. All right, so they have a bunch of different competitions. We don't need to read all of them, right? There's no real point in that. Stake Recall. So they got staking feature here. Not really sure what they're going to give you. And welcome in anybody who's coming in. Astronova. This is one I haven't seen yet. What is this thing? Looks like we have no market cap or anything, so this is hot off the press, right? Astronova is a Web3 meta RPG co-created with gamers for gamers, right? Well, this is the GameFi. Although we're going over what's trending, so of course plenty of the things that we're looking at right now were not particularly GameFi, but it's nice when it lines up, right? And it's Astra. Maybe we'll get lucky and the hedge funds will confuse it for Aster, and they will buy a bunch of it. Pump it. I'm kidding, of course. So AI-powered entertainment ecosystem where community storytelling and gameplay coverage into the next generation network of monetizable creator-driven experience. I want to say co-creator so bad. I don't know why. Backed by the Shiba Army. Powered by Alibaba Cloud. So it's like Alibaba Cloud kind of thing, like competing with like Amazon Web Service. Is that a thing? Maybe Mr. J could tell us there, right? And I just changed the audio. Something playing in the background. Now you guys should be able to hear it. I don't think you'll be able to hear it though over the music. Hey everyone, what's good? Says Garden Warrior. What's up, Garden Warrior? Always great to see you. All right. Let's see how this video does. Let's just do a quick little test here. I'm always trying to test the capabilities of this stream when it comes to videos and stuff like that. We'll pause the music. Turn up the sound. Shouldn't be too loud. Let me know if the thing's too loud. I guess I could. Here. Sorry, I gotta do multiple things. I'm gonna turn my mic down. All right, that's enough of that. Seems like it's lagging pretty bad. All right, well, it was worth a try, right? Probably lost a few people there. So Astra Nova Universe. It looked pretty cool. It looked like they had a game maybe already out that you could download off of, like, say, the App Store or Android if you have Android. These once great civilizations have fallen victim to a cosmic parasite, the accretion. Sounds like pretty typical standard video game stuff, right? The accretion began corrupting the hearts and minds of all 15 species on the 5 world. This is just going to give like a bunch of lore, you know? And that could take forever, so let's not get into that. It looks pretty cool. I mean, it's easy to put pictures like this up and artwork and stuff, and who knows what the actual game is like, what the feel of the actual game is. Yet to be seen, and it hasn't launched yet. So let's look at all their like pre-sales here, because this literally says like $20,000. Okay, so far they've raised 3.6 million. So this thing is tiny, but I don't know how you would buy it as of right now. Let's go back. I'm pretty sure it looks like there's no token generation event yet, right? Like there's no token to buy. Very interesting. Well, that's one to keep an eye on. I like how they're called Astronova and their ticker is RVV. So it's ticker doesn't really make sense for the name of it. I don't know if that hurts them or not. All right, just keeping up with the chat. What else do we got here? Momentum. Haven't seen that yet. Okay, this is a rebrand. MSafe has rebranded to Momentum. Never heard of MSafe. And they got 2.2 million. So far they have 4.5 million raised. That doesn't mean it'll go into the market cap. And it's another one that looks like there's no real token, right? All right. Where are we at? So what do we want to talk about tonight before we get into everything GameFi? Anybody got anything on their mind? I know that the charts have not been super fun. It is Friday. This is a GameFi stream. We're hanging out. We do have some fun things to do later. We spent a bunch of time chatting last night after the stream in the Discord. We have a, what do they call it? Like an audio tab. It's not the right name for it. What is it called? A voice channel. Yeah. We got the underground talk. And so we were hanging out in there. It was a great time. I really got to talk with people who I've never talked to before and get to know some people in the community, which was a ton of fun. And we will be doing that more often. So before I say a link in the description for the Discord, let me actually go update that. I think I say it every stream now, but they're always playing games with my links and changing them. So weird. I go to my YouTube studio and it acts like it's still playing the thing from the beginning of the stream. But I know that can't be right. What is going on here? El Cheeto in the house. What's up, man? Was one of the people I got to speak with yesterday. That was pretty awesome. It was great talking with everybody. Is Mr. J in the house? I'm sure he'll probably show up at some point. I don't know what time it is there. Okay, it won't let me update it because it hasn't changed. Is that what's going on? Sorry, I'm trying to upgrade the Discord link before I tell people they should go there. All right, and for once, it hasn't changed. The one time I'm like on it. Anyways, back to where we are. So yeah, I was just asking how everybody was feeling, what they're thinking today. The market doesn't seem like it was all that much better today than it was yesterday, other than it fell down all the way to 103,442. Let's call it like 103 and a half, right? It says RVV goes live tomorrow. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. And, with the usual centralized exchange listings, I'm sure it'll probably pump at some point. Maybe. I don't know. The market's pretty crappy, so who knows? But yeah, I didn't know I was on this. I thought I was on this. A lot of, who knows? With the market being crappy, though, I wouldn't be surprised if that thing comes out and dumps a little bit. But if it's really tiny in market cap, like if it's like only 3 or 4 million, it might not have a huge dump before doing something. So unpredictable at this point. Who knows? It's hard to keep track of. Like, what do I even need to do on this game right now? Alright, let's get back to what we were doing. We just segued there for a minute. It is GameFi Friday, so we got to show some games. And what do we look at? Gainers. And we'll do it on here first, over at CoinGecko. Probably one of my favorite places to look at anything. Let's go to top gainers, top losers. So he says 2 p.m. my time, 4 p.m. yours. Astronova looks good. Yeah, it's always sketchy buying that first, I don't know, 24 hours. But you could definitely use some lifer vision to kind of track it. You're not going to have 200 MAs and stuff like that, though. So that makes it a little difficult. You mostly have to run off of flags and stuff, I would say. Be careful. That's just my personal opinion, not financial advice. So, Kajin, pumping again today. Knockchain, up another 100%. XPIN, we looked at yesterday. It is up 31%. We got some, what appears to be Chinese memes, but I guess they could be Japanese too. I wouldn't know the difference. 29%. It's bingo. Yeah, you got it, Blues Guy. Exactly. Gods Unchained. I haven't seen that in a long time. BitLight. Boundless. Quantum Resistant Ledger. That narrative of quantum resistance seems to get some traction. Garden Warrior says, I left the market alone last few days. Probably a good idea. I've been out in the garden, getting everything prepared for summer, touching soil. Exactly. Very similar to touching grass. I'm not a day trader, so I'm more big picture. I focus on, yeah. I'm right with you, Garden Warrior. I day trade, obviously, a little bit. Not in this environment. I'm not touching it. But I definitely am focused on the larger picture. El Cheeto says 100% exactly. All right, what else do we have? Mythos we went over yesterday. We have this Ridge AI, but when you see this SN62, see if there's any other tickers like that. That should mean that it is in the Tau ecosystem, and this is a subnet of Tau. And subnet is what they call them. But yeah, see, it's got Tau 62. Really, it's just like a project built on Tau, right? If it was on Ethereum instead of Tau, we would just call it a project, right? We wouldn't call it like subnet 62. It sounds way cooler. But it also loses a little bit of like what it is, right? Looks very techy. Their website keeps running all this code looking stuff. I don't know. It's probably stealing all of my passwords and information. Let's move on. It was not a lot to look at. It's AI. I know that. And how exactly you... That's a good question. Here, let's click. How exactly you buy in and out of these projects? I have no idea. So subnet tokens apparently is a place where you could buy subnet tokens. It makes a lot of sense. It's got to be like the marketplace for it, right? I guess we're going to have to do a Tau ecosystem deep dive. Bitcoin 3000 in the house. El Cheeto says, Gee chat. Is that what he meant to say? I'm not sure. Anyways, yeah, we should really dive. That's a good one for next week. I don't know. I think I already told somebody we were going to do something on a Tuesday. Does anybody remember what we were going to do on Tuesday? I do have it written down, but it's like on the page before. LG. I like LG. It's a good nickname. Anyways, yeah, the Tau ecosystem, the subnets, how to buy and get in and out of them. I feel like that is a good crypto IQ raising thing for us to do. We have Zig Chain, which I'll be honest, I have seen before, but I have no idea what it is. Good evening, everybody. Oh, good evening is what GE is. Okay. Got you. That probably should have been obvious. All right, this ticker's Zig. And I want to see what it is. It's AI. It's a layer 1. Smart contract platform pretty much makes it a layer 1. I love when you have multiple tags that kind of all mean the same thing. 137.2 million, so not small. Ethereum contract address. Injective, Solana, BNB chain, and Polygon. And this is where it starts confusing me. I've mentioned this many times. I'm going to have to get to the bottom of this because it low-key doesn't make sense to me. Like, it's Ziggy chain. It's a layer 1, right? It's its own layer 1. Well, why is it Explorer is Etherscan? That's Ethereum's layer, right? Shouldn't they have their own block explorer if they're a layer 1? Because by all technicalities, if they are built on top of Ethereum, then that would make them a layer 2, not a layer 1. And they use Polygon, a layer 2 on Ethereum. I don't know. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But I digress. That's neither here nor there, I guess, for price go up. Wealth generation infrastructure, powering the next era of decentralized asset management through Zig Chain, enabling fund managers to deploy on-chain strategies that unlock investment opportunities for everybody. Don't you just want to start building? So we got documentation, builders, Zig Lab, high impact projects, probably incubation there, get you some funds if you're trying to build. Zig Chain Hub, Zignali, I like that. Zig Stake, the community, and they have a card, right? Zig card. Interesting. I mean, I feel like everybody has a card now, right? Let's go look at their Twitter because I want to see, one, how many followers they have, but I also want to see what they're based out of, will they say? So they're followed by Link AI, which I've been over that before. They have 119.6 thousand followers. Like, that's not tiny. Pin post is from September 30th, and it has 180,000 followers. They're going to give you a history lesson on wealth here. Check the chat. We're up to date on the chat. They're going to tell you how money is junk and what they're doing is the best, I'm sure. Summarize that for you real quick there. All right, Zig Chain. How long has Zig Chain been around, though? Let's hit that max chart. Survey says that it's very hard to catch to the top here. April 14th, 2021. Price action doesn't look horrible, though. I mean, it really picked up 2023. And then, you know, this is where, if you can see where the line is, it's a little light. That's 2024, right before it really launched up. And it's held a lot. It looks healthy. It looks healthy to me. It looks like it took them a while to really get whatever exposure, building, infrastructure, or whatever they were doing. But it looks like it's held a lot of price action there. So that's interesting. Why is it trending today? I have no idea. And for anybody who doesn't know, yes, my sinuses are still inflamed. I don't know what I got to do to get that to stop. But at some point, I'm hoping to return to normal. This D-Agent AIA, that's fun to say. We've been over this several times. I don't know if anybody remembers what it is. How's that crypto IQ looking? 98.7 million in market cap. It has a SWI chain and a Binance Smart Chain. I love that it's built on SWI. I love to see projects building on things like Say, SWI. How about that Say deep dive we did the other day? What do you say? Was it good? Was it bad? Building trustworthy AI autonomously. We've been over this a bunch of times. It's an AI project, right? At this point, to me, that's really the takeaway here. We like to go deep, but we also like to really simplify as well. You know, you gotta be in both places, right? You gotta be able to simplify things and then also look at them in their complexity as well. What is lag range? Ticker LA. It is 576 by market cap with 78.2 million in market cap, 73 cents, July 3rd, 2025. It hasn't been out very long. Built on ETH and Binance Smart Chain. Let's go to their website. Sorry, I was reading something. Lagrange Foundation, building a verifiable world. The Lagrange Foundation is dedicated to growth of the Lagrange ecosystem. No way. Who would have thought that the foundation would be dedicated to the growth of the ecosystem? I thought they were going to build Bitcoin. Jokes, of course. Let's see. Let's go to their Twitter. We have 9,261 followers. I mean, you see the difference. This thing is newer, relatively new, but like Lab, telling me Lab has like 716,000 followers. They have almost 1 million followers. The attention is very different. Okay, but then, you know, make it make sense, right? Well, we're just talking about how Lab has almost 1 million followers, I guess, give or take a few 100,000, okay? But they have 9,261 followers, right? But the Pim post got 1.9 million impressions? What? Staking is now live, and it just says staking is now live. A total of 1 million LA can be staked in the first program. Secure your reward. Fueling the economy, powering safe AI. So, like, did they use AI to get impression? I don't know, man. That's a lot of impressions. 1.9 million. I'm trying to think of the last time. I mean, come on, dude. I don't know, man. You can't make this up. Is that like a repost? No, it's not a repost. So you're telling me they posted this, or sorry, this video. Video doesn't look amazing. I mean, honestly, I could make that video in my sleep. This is not difficult. And it got 1.9 million impressions, but only 1.5. This looks like bot stuff to me. I don't know. Because then look at all their other posts, right? I mean, that one's from an hour ago, so let's not judge that one too harshly. Let's go down. This is from October 8th. 526 impressions. Maybe they got lucky, man. Maybe they just had that video go viral. But it's not a repost from somebody, not from a bigger page or anything like that. I don't know. Maybe they paid some influencers to shill it. How would I know? Big discrepancy there. Stands out to me. In my pre-recorded videos, we would always do something called the Twitter smell test, which is where we would go to kind of compare the amount of followers they have to the traction that they're actually getting on their posts to see if they were maybe... It was really good for like really tiny coins, right? Little meme coins and stuff. See if they're buying followers. Garden Warrior says, does anybody know much about Zora or hold it? I'm a Base fan. I didn't realize it was on Base. Degen was one of my best investments last year. I mean, I know about Zora as far as what it does. We talked about it many, many times. I'm sure you were probably here for some of that. As far as it being on Base, I don't know. That doesn't really surprise me. Pretty sure it is built on Base. And remember, Base is a layer 2 of Ethereum. So that's where it gets, I don't know, it starts getting weird to me with a lot of this stuff. All the stuff I was just talking about earlier, of course, right? But then Base kind of acts and brands itself like it's a layer 1. But it's not. It's built on Ethereum. I mean, literally, if you go to Base, it says it's a layer 2 on Ethereum, right? Let me make sure it still says that. And of course, they can upgrade. They could do whatever they want to do. That was not what I clicked on. Well, that's weird. Okay. So they don't have a coin representative of Base? Am I tripping? I mean, you have B3 Base, which, you know, is built on Base. So this project built on Base considers itself B3, right? Why do they consider themselves B3? Because they are, oh, they don't even have the tag because they're a layer 3. Yeah, right here. B3 is a layer 3. Blockchain, settlement built on Base, right? So if B3 is a layer 3 because it's built on Base, that would mean that Base is a layer 2. Right? Because if Base was a layer 1, then B3 would be B2. I mean, that part I'm quite sure of. But the fact that I can't just search Base is wild. Base doesn't come up as a cryptocurrency. This is trippy. Let's see if it does over here. Yeah, Base comes up on CoinGecko as a coin. That's really weird. Market data unavailable. What is this about? Vision. I mean, I don't want to bore everybody to death. I'm not going to read all of this stuff about Base. I just wanted to see it where it says that it is a layer 2, right? I mean, I know it's a layer 2. Not really questioning that, although I'm always optimistic that I could be wrong and just have faked information. I would call it the Mandela effect at this point because I know that Base is a layer 2. What was I even getting at? Oh, what I was getting at was that this has a Base contract. And it has a Base Chain Explorer like it's a layer 1. Did I need to go down that rabbit hole? Probably not. And Zora is a layer 2 itself. Which that doesn't make sense. Because if it was a layer 2, it'd have to be built on Ethereum. I don't know. Does this layer stuff even make sense anymore? Because if Base is a layer 2 and Zora is built on Base, how is it also? I guess it could also be a layer 2 because it's just borrowing code from the layer 2. All right, enough of like of all of this layer stuff here. So I don't think I was here for the deep dive, seeing it trending a few days ago. Okay, I mean, that happens, Garden Warrior. No problem. Yep, agree, bro. Definitely a layer 2. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, I don't really know what to say about Zora. I mean, it's a social media. I hesitate to bring it up because I'm just going to exit out. Sometimes there can be explicit stuff on there, and I don't need strikes. I haven't got a strike, but I mean, they got me on some questionable stuff, bringing it up, trying to show. It's a social media where, I mean, I don't know if you actually know what Zora is, but it's a social media where basically every post that you make is going to be turned into a coin, right? But you're not going to give like all these different, like every post that makes its own coin, they're not going to give it a name. It's just connected to the post. And so people can buy and sell that coin connected to the post. They're basically buying into the post that it's going to go viral or it's going to go well. And this whole idea is supposed to be in contrast to the business model of ad revenue, right? So most apps, most things you download, they make them free, right? Because their money is coming from you being, you're watching ads one way or another on their platform. You know, a lot of times they'll doctor it up and, you know, they'll let you watch 4, 5, 6 ads a day on, say, a game app on your phone, and then they'll give you like some of the coin or some kind of little reward right in the game. But they're getting paid for every one of those ads. It's called an ad revenue model. Zora's whole thing is to absolutely shake up and disrupt that model, right? And use, I'm sure there's a name for it, but to use like a crypto where, again, everything I just explained, every post is generated a token, and that token's connected to the post, right? We've seen this with social medias before. MemeX does the same thing, but they don't do it for every post, right? That what they do on MemeX, same idea, right? But every profile, right, has a coin that's built, right? So if I go to chart here, you have underground crypto /M. Just like if you go to Coinbase and you know, do a leverage trade for Bitcoin, it'll say BTC /USDT or USDC or some kind of stable coin. Of course, you can do BTC /ETH. Like, you can do all kinds of different stuff, but it's what is referred to as a pair, right? Because it distinguishes what is being weighted against what. Make sense? So in MemeX, the way that they go about it, and other social medias, decentralized social medias, or what we call SocialFi, have done the same thing, right? But the difference with Zora is they're doing this idea that MemeX and other ones have done for the profile itself. They're doing it for every post that's posted. And I don't know how that's going to work out. It's experimental, right? It's new. It does have $419.3 million in its market cap. Let me look at the chat a little bit here. It says, that's the part that I was wondering about the whole coin proposal. Yeah, exactly. So again, Coinbase has made, I don't know Coinbase the company, but I'm pretty sure it's the founder of Coinbase, right? What is it, Brian Armstrong, I'm pretty sure. He was interview and he made a bunch of comments. They said that they're betting big that type of model will disrupt ad revenue, you know, model of business. Face value in attendance. I love how you put that. That's awesome, man. I'm so glad you're here. I'm not a fan of social media, but thought maybe it's more free speech sort of social media play. And then interesting crypto IQ raising, says El Cheeto. Hey, I appreciate that. I'm glad you're learning something. Yeah, Golden. I was gonna call you the Golden Warrior. Yo, that's fire. Garden Warrior. I don't know why my sinuses being messed up makes me just say everything wrong. Not used to that. Anyways, I agree with you. I'm not a big fan of social media. If I didn't have, you know, a YouTube channel and stuff, I wouldn't be on any social medias other than, like, you know, your Facebook you made when you were in high school. Zora the Explorer. Yo, Fart Knocker, that is hilarious. I like that. Zora the Explorer. You know what, Fart Knocker? I'm going to put you on some sauce right here. If you went to Zora and started a profile and you called it Zora the Explorer and just posted funny memes that you could just pull out, rather off the internet or have AI make for you and stuff like that, you could probably get your post up worth a lot of money. I don't have the time to do it, and it was, you know, a funny thing you posted. I'm telling you, you could do really well. One thing that we looked at yesterday, see, here's one thing I want to talk about real quick with Zora. Yes, there may be some opportunity there to, like, make some money by buying and investing in it, but I think there's a lot of money to be made in just Zora's ecosystem as well, because there's people on there making money and speculating on posts, right? They buy some of the coin that has to do with the post. I mean, there was a one that we looked at yesterday, right? Let's see if I can pull this up. It was on Crypto Rank, and I went to recently listed, right? And there was literally a coin on there that was from Zora, right? I think I went to the last 7 days. Seems like something I would do. Toggle by category. Look, here it is. Zora TV, right? Now, this is literally a profile on Zora. Worth $2.6 million, right? In the market cap of it. Now, when you are the one making the post, they give you some of the coin related to the post. And then you even have more of that coin unlocked and given to you over time. Now, you would think, oh man, this guy's been grinding hard. He's been going hard. He had a good idea. He put Zora TV, so he makes himself look like, I mean, when I first read this and we clicked on it, I thought like the app itself had created like a TV, section kind of thing, like they had a part in the app that said like TV and you click on it and that's what this was. And they had a coin. No, this is just somebody's profile that he just put Zora TV. So he's branded himself as Zora TV. He has 6 posts. No idea how long they are. No idea what's going on. I mean, some of them have like 11 comments, right? 4 comments, 2 comments. He is not getting crazy traction as far as comments and stuff like that, right? His metrics, but he is killing it. His market cap is $2.6 million, right? So that means some of these tokens that was given when he posted these things, he definitely is able to cash out on some of it. He's got to be, by the way that it's set up. So, yeah, I mean, Zora the Explorer is hilarious. And if you just, because look, here's another thing, right? I forget exactly, how did I do this? I think if we just type in TV, right? Because I thought, okay, well, obviously there's got to be a bunch of people doing TV. I mean, there's not. There's a couple copycats, right? There's 1, 2, 3 copycats other than the original, or at least the winning one. I don't know who was original, but I know who's winning, and it's Zora TV. I mean, even them themselves are worth 10K. Right? And this one does say it's verified. That's probably just something that you do in the account itself, And so, yeah, there you go. And so, I mean, you have some other people that have TV in their name, right? This one says sports TV. I mean, he's already up to 29,000. It's fire. Dude, this guy here, TV, his name's probably Tyler, and he just put TV in it or whatever. He's worth 81.9 thousand is what his profile is worth. I mean, there seems to be some serious money on here, and it reminds me of like YouTube in the very beginning, right? You don't have a lot of competition, and honestly, a lot of people who are not, I guess, not investors on Zora, people who are buying and trading in and out of these coins, probably a lot of bots, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I don't think the regular person even understands any of this is going on yet. So if you could just do something funny, like get in there and call yourself Zora the Explorer, be Zora TV News and post about news, like you could pretty much come up with any idea, And the more I talk about this, the more I'm going to have to do something like this, right? But either way, like, it's pretty fire. Again, dude, this guy's market cap's worth, and who knows, maybe he's interconnected with somebody and this is a bunch of cartel money. I don't know. But somehow he's worth 2.6 mil, and I'm sure he's able to sell some of these tokens. I'm sure he's probably made some money from this. Anyways, I did not expect to go down that rabbit hole today, but I'm seeing some heavy potential from Zora and not a lot of competition, a lot of first mover advantage there for Zora. And let's see what the chat. Is it free to do? Absolutely, Fart Knocker. Yeah, just go there, make an account. I made one. I posted something. Yeah, actually, let's do this. I'm just curious. Let's go look at it real quick. We'll go back to where we were. I'm going to type in underground crypto. I think I put like one post, which was like the call to my show. It would have been the same thing that like I would have posted on like Twitter, if you follow me there. Yeah, unverified. Actually, I might never have posted anything. A client-side exception has occurred. I set this up real quick, and I think I tried to post something one time, and it gave me, it gave me a bunch of problems, and therefore I never made it past that. Also, my thumbnail is garbage. But yeah, I think I'm going to set this up, and I'm probably going to do something here. But if you can brand yourself some way that's going to catch people's attention, like news, like they did with TV or whatever, that's probably a winning recipe right there. There's no memes in there. Yeah, I have no idea how they did it. Said I'm listening now. If there's a hustle, I'm always interested. Yeah, Garden Warrior. I mean, you could go in there and probably post once a day, make video, something. I mean, I could probably take some of the YouTube videos that I've created and post them over there, and I could probably get them to have some traction. It's actually something I really should focus on. He's being hyped up to sell Zora. Okay. Like when the crypto casino sponsors you and all of a sudden you don't go bankrupt within 5 minutes anymore. Let's go, Fart Knocker, do it. Is it free? Yeah. Learn something every day here, bro. Hey, awesome, man. I'm providing value. Edit says hi, and he says hi a lot of times. I don't know if he meant to do that. I mean, it runs up the algorithm, so more power to him. What's up, Edits? Appreciate you being here. Hopefully you're not a bot. And if you are a bot, I appreciate you running the algorithm up. So either way, right? And we had just kind of side saladed off of something else that we were talking about. We were just looking at top gainers, top losers. And that's what happens when you deep dive and research together, right? This is testament to why we do this. Because you never know what you're going to run into. Like, we would have never discovered that. I mean, I'm not being funny. If 2, 3, 4 people, including myself, out of this, or even 1 or 2 out of our group here, he got a stutter. That's hilarious. If a couple of people here do something, and even, I don't care if you put $1,000 in your pocket from messing with Zora, that's a win, right? That is a win, and that's probably more. I don't want to say it like in a facetious way, but I mean, that's probably more than a lot of these big crypto channels have done for anybody. Of course, excluding the Lifer, because the Lifer provides so much value, but a lot of these other channels really don't provide much value when it comes to stuff like that. And they would disagree with me. Of course they would. And I haven't watched every channel. I'm talking about big channels, right? Once a lot of these channels get really big, they're basically just shills. Like, they're just constantly getting paid a lot of money to put certain coins in front of their audience because their audience is so big and it's a numbers game. Like, they're like, hey, you got 1 million people watching you. If 0.5% of that million people come over and buy our product or whatever they're trying to shill you, they're going to make money and it's worth what they're paying them, right? So definitely worth checking out. I bought Zora this morning, and I'm only down 16% so far. Pretty good. That's hilarious, Fart Knocker. Yeah, and again, Fart Knocker, I think that the move here, in my opinion, from what I'm looking at, could be more of actually interacting on the platform, right? I'm just here because Edit said hi 7 times. Cool handle, Luke. Yo, that's hilarious. Yeah, it boosted the algorithm, and so Cool handle Luke got in here. That's hilarious. How long you been here, Cool? Did you hear anything about Zora and the mass potential over there? Once the market starts moving again, hopefully up, I think it's going to be one of the ones to watch. Yeah, I don't doubt it. I mean, it's stayed relevant. It's been pumping a lot. And Cool handle, Luke, definitely hit that like button and subscribe while you're here, especially if you're never coming back again, right? Why not? Also, there's a link to the Discord if you're actually into crypto. I know sometimes this video gets kicked out to people who are not crypto people. Is what it is. Get that profile sorted first. Start making them memes. Yeah, and I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that AI would literally make memes for you, and they'd probably be terrible. Yo, there's an angle right there. Like, I'm just giving away free sauce to everybody. I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm awfully generous. No, I'm just playing. You could name your profile like AI memes or something like that, right? So when AI just absolutely like does a horrible job making the memes, if it's funny, post it and it'll be like just bad AI memes and people will eat that stuff up. Now, of course, I don't know how many people are really paying attention on there, but I will tell you the quality of a lot of the posts on Zora that I see is garbage. I mean, they look like somebody's like 9-year-old posted them, you know, or people are taking like just most basic AI images and they're just posting them, right? They're just going for mass quantity over quality. Said Cool Hand Luke. Hey, I appreciate you stopping through. Definitely. Mr. Cool Hand Luke. I like that handle as well. That's a pretty good name. I mostly just share stuff from Twitter. I don't know if you can do that on Zora. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. I don't know who's going to stop you. You probably have to actually make the memes, huh? I don't know. I would try to get AI to make them. If you've never used like ChatGPT, should be pretty easy. I don't know. Let's go right here. Let's see what we can do. Please take crypto-related memes and make me some AI-generated memes, images, right, that I can post on social media. Let's see what we get. I mean, in today's day and age, I'm not being funny. If you're not using ChatGPT to do something, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. And then it'll give me some options. What platform? I'm going to be posting them on a crypto platform called Zora. I want a selection of all of the different options that you've given me here. And go ahead and generate them and don't ask me any more questions. Batch them in tens. So Fartknocker says, do you prefer ChatGPT over Grok? You know, honestly, I have Grok because I have paid, I have a paid Twitter or whatever because I want to have the check mark. I want people to think, you know, or not think that I'm the legitimate one. But anyways, I haven't used Grok as much, you know. I really should. I really should. You know what's funny is we could probably see what this gives us and then go to Grok and see what it gives us because Grok might do a better job. And the thing is, in today's day and age of AI, you kind of want to use both. I don't know why nothing is popping up. There we go. You kind of want to use both because certain things are usually better than others, right? Like images and stuff like that. Maybe Grok does a better job. I know Grok, I think, has the most recent update. All right, we are all over the place. Where else are we at? We're at top gainers, but we were in the top gainers for CoinGecko, and we're going to pop back over to those memes in a minute. Hopefully it generates them and doesn't do something stupid. Sometimes if you're not on the window, it'll just like think forever and never do anything. You have to refresh it. Live, learn, deep dive. Raise that crypto IQ. Exactly, Garden Warrior. That is our motto. Garden Warrior says, I've never used Grok. Well, have you used ChatGPT, Garden Warrior? Yeah, I have been on Grok mostly because it's free and I have combos with it. Yeah, be careful with that, Fartknocker. I've seen so many things where ChatGPT really gave bad information. And I mean, like, you know, I don't know how much baking soda do you use for heartburn, you know, like a mixture for heartburn or something like that, and it tells you to use way too much. There could be things about it that are not always good. ChatGPT, I couldn't talk with the version I had. Okay. Well, they're at version 5 now. I don't know when you did that. And I mean, who doesn't have, you know, a chatbot kind of thing nowadays? I mean, I'm pretty sure, and I haven't been on the app in a long time, but somebody was telling me about it. Like, sure, Facebook has their own version. I mean, Snapchat, I think, has an AI built into it that you can chat with. It's pretty crazy. They're trying to sell you AI girlfriends. That is weird. It's beyond weird. But you know, young kids especially, and probably some older people who should know better, are going to have all of that stuff, right? 31.3 million in market cap for this Naurus protocol. We're going to segue into this like anybody cares about this. But I find science-related research, ChatGPT is better than Google Scholar. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe you do that for your work. I've never done. Well, I mean, I guess research when you're looking up things, maybe. Yeah, I guess a lot of things would fall into that. Like if you're looking up something about medical something, or if you're looking up something I guess there's a lot of things. All right, I digress. Now, I guess I do use it for that kind of research as well. Is version 5 free? I paid $20 a month for it. Unless it went up. Sometimes they raise it and they just take it automatically from my card. So who knows what I'm paying for it. I pay for it. But as far as I know, I paid $20 a month for it. Google has Gemini, which is very good. Okay, yeah. Chrome just integrated Gemini into the browser itself. So I've never used it, but they literally just did it. I have a little tab up here. Can you even, yeah, you can see it at the top. You know, kind of where the X would be to exit out of this window, which hopefully I don't accidentally click. It says Open Gemini in Chrome. I haven't used it, but it is it has been added. So I'll have to mess around with it. Now I've got like 5 different AIs. And I'm very used to using ChatGPT now, so anyways, I digress. Let's take a look at this. What the heck is this thing? Infrastructure, it's a top gainer of the day. Smart contract, it's a layer 0 and it's quantum resistant. I'm paying a lot of attention to this quantum resistant narrative because I think it might do well. I don't know. I just want to see if a lot of projects pop up around it, right? So I think crypto is bouncing hard in the coming week, says Cool Hand Luke. Okay. I definitely think that it might. He's got the peace symbol, so maybe that means he's leaving us now. I hope not, but he might be. Not very good, says Garden Warrior. Grok has a therapist mode. I like to see how freaky I can push it. Grok does not like helping you find places to hide bodies. All right, Fart Knocker. You might be on a list, Fart Knocker. I'm just saying, like, you might be on a list, and since you come here often, we might all also be on that same list. So we need to watch out for that. Decentralized, I'm just kidding, of course. Decentralized post-quantum infrastructure. Maybe I'm kidding. Trust and security for Web3 and Web2. Where are we at? All right, I need to get rid of that. All right. So where were we? Sorry, I had something pop up. Chat with Q Daily AI Survivor from 2056. That sounds weird. Maybe he can give you the next lottery ticket, right? And then above that it says talk to Lucy. I mean, if you know, you know. I don't want to talk to Lucy. I'll tell you that much. Incredible network growth. First in production post-quantum blockchain. This has a really cool narrative. There's not a lot of projects that have this narrative. There are a few, and that's why I'm saying pay attention to the narrative itself, because I saw another one, quantum resistant ledger. So all it takes is some kind of big breach to something that people thought was hack proof, you know, in some way. They're going to probably blame the vulnerability on quantum computing. And once they do that, quantum resistant stuff will probably be all the rage. It's just a thought. Definitely something you just want to keep in mind. All right, we're getting some new people on the stream tonight. Hey, Underground, thank you for the stream. Absolutely, it's Mac Akovolo. I don't know how to say it. We're gonna call you Mac. It's a battle royale based launch pad. Cool Handle says he's not leaving. I appreciate you hanging out. If you're not in the Discord, by the way, Cool Hand Luke, you might want to consider joining that. It's in the description. We have a lot of fun over there. He says, ha ha ha, far, I can see the drone flying over it now. What did I miss? Yeah, exactly. His comment about Grok therapist. Do they really have a therapist mode? Because I was not aware of that. You know how, like, a lot of times, you know, like how I can't say anything's financial advice, and if you're not a doctor, you have to, you know, say that things are not medical advice. Well, can Grok just give therapists advice and not be a licensed therapist? I can't do that, but does AI get away with that? What happens when they give you really bad advice? The white van across the road. Yeah, exactly. Yes, they do. All right. That is strange, though. It's hard to believe. But anyways, we were just talking about kind of keeping an eye on this quantum resistant narrative, because all it takes is, and they, that they move markets and everything is about the news. Buy the rumor, sell the news literally exists for that very reason. People understand that you can drive money into different markets, in and out of different markets, just by news stories. People with a lot of money can drum up something over not just politicize it, but also oversell it. It could be a very small problem, and then they can hype it up, make it sound like a huge problem, and then the next thing you know, the market is dumping, right? They do it in the regular stock world all the time. So it wouldn't take much to get a story going where somebody used quantum computers to potentially hack Bitcoin, and now everybody is like terrified and Bitcoin's dumping, right? And everybody's buying all this quantum resistant stuff. I'm not saying that that's coming, but makes a lot of sense in my mind. Somebody write it down. Said it's funny AF. They don't know when you're messing with them. I hope that works out for you, Fart Knocker. I do. Should I reach out via Discord? Let me know if you're down to see a demo. No strings attached. Just looking for feedback. It's a battle royale based launch pad. It sounds really cool. You can reach out in Discord if you'd like. The one thing that's a little bit difficult, man, is that like you're probably going to send me something and you're going to want me to download it, and I'm not going to download it because, and I'm sure you're great. I'm not making no accusation, but I'm a crypto YouTuber. People can send you stuff, then they try to get you to download it, and then all of a sudden you're losing passwords and money's coming out of your bank account and wallets are disappearing. You got to be real careful with that. But in a genuine way, I would love to give you feedback on it. It sounds really cool, but I'll have to do some verifying to make sure it's on the up and up. But definitely reach out to me. I also have an email that should be connected to the YouTube. You can also email me there and stuff. That way I can at least pre-scan it through. There's many different things I can pre-scan it through to make sure it's legitimate and not malware. What is this Camino? There's so many things here. Undead games. I mean, how many times did we talk about undead games? Let's talk about undead games again, because this is GameFi. We're rolling into an hour and 20 minutes. The first hour of the show is usually us just keeping a pulse on the market. Somebody just retracted whatever they said. Cool Handle says, can AI call 911 on you? I have no idea. I'm not like Fart Knocker. I don't push it. I don't want to end up on the list, right? I have enough daily things to deal with, and I don't need to deal with that. But it's a good question. A better question is, can it call it for you? Like for an old person who falls down on the floor, like will Alexa call 911 for you? I have no idea. So I'm about to put everything up in a pre-launch tomorrow. No downloads. Okay, if there's no downloads, then that could be better. I mean, there's still other ways, right? There's websites that will just download things in the background when you go to them. Don't ask me how I know this. Okay, I'll tell you. You don't have to twist my arm. I had a buddy who, unfortunately, he's no longer with us. He actually died in a motorcycle accident. But he would do stuff like that, and I've seen him. I've been with him hanging out at his house when he did it, and he'll make like websites and links, and when people go to it, it downloads in the background. Next thing you know, he's turning on their webcams and opening their CD drives and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. He was a wild kid. He really was. Sorry, guys, had to step away. Hi, everyone. What's up, Blue Sky? Welcome back. I wouldn't be surprised if AI will ring 911 in time. Hey, maybe. I don't even answer my phone unless it's a known number in my phone. Yeah, Cryptomaniac. For everybody who doesn't run businesses and stuff, like, it's a luxury to not have to answer your phone to unknown numbers. For me, for a long time, it was money, So if I didn't answer, it could be $3, $4, $5 that I wasn't going to make. So I was answering, and you just get so tired of all the just crap that calls you. And I've had times where it says, like, scam call, and then I pick it up, and it's a regular person, and, it's a real job. I go there in person. I do the job. I make money. And so I have to answer those too a lot of the time. I'm so glad that I don't have to deal with that anymore. 249.8 million. And then you like regular people just don't realize what a luxury it is to not have to deal with all of that crap. But I'm not complaining, you know. I made money. I don't even answer. Yeah, I just read that. Crypto Maniac, 100%. Exactly. We keep getting these big influxes of people coming through the show. I don't usually see that on a Friday night. It's usually like a Wednesday, Thursday kind of thing. Facts, scammers calling me 100 times a day. Exactly. It's miserable. They did do an update, though, for iOS where, like, after the call or text message, like, if they get a text and you delete the text, like, it'll ask you if it's a scam. So, hopefully, at some point, they just stop letting that number even send text. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, different if it's a business. Yeah, exactly. I have had that happen to me with the spam calls, bro. Yeah, exactly. The first, I would ignore them for a while, and then all of a sudden I started picking them up, and they were like real customers, and I was like, oh man, who knows how much money I didn't make because of that. But again, I don't do that anymore. I'm focused on this, and it hurts a little bit because I mean I make good money very quickly. And so I've chose, though, to do what's more passionate, what I enjoy doing. My YouTube channel is not even monetized yet, right? So you know I'm not here because of money or to shill on you guys or any of that kind of stuff. We have no sponsors. I could have a couple sponsors at this point, but really didn't think that they were the best people. So we didn't go with them. This is undeads.com. They have a couple of different games, right? Still have no undead NFTs. Well, you could buy one. Nice pop-up. Anyways, they have like this Rush Fighters. They have a wheel. They have this virtual reality. Is that thing ready yet? Why am I clicking on it and nothing is happening? Let's go to games. Oh, it says coming soon along with a couple other things. This one's in beta. They're building stuff. I mean, they give it to them. I see a lot of gaming projects building right now. And a lot of it looks really fire. I wish I had a lot of time. Yeah, I'm not far away from biting the bullet and buying like a souped up computer so that we can stream. I got to think a couple things I got to try to make sure that I can't get by with what I have right now. But yeah, it's definitely something I want to do. I mean, who doesn't love gaming? And to be at the front edge of a lot of this DeFi gaming, where I know a lot of people aren't doing, totally interested. Underground, it's happening. Boom to the moon channel, because you awesome knowledge reaching people hearts. Hey man, I appreciate that. It was really awesome talking to you and El Cheeto and people last night. I really enjoyed that. Doing what you love is more important. I will be in the same spot in the next few years. Exactly, Garden Warrior. I 1,000,000% agree with you and believe in that. So that is the journey, right? And Max says, totally understand, man. Like I said, look forward to connecting with you. I'm doxed and will be participating in the Solana Hackathon Coliseum in a few days. It's been a long six months. Can't wait. Man, I wish you the absolute most success. You sound legitimate. I would love to speak with you or in whatever shape or form, whether it's, you know, audio call, video call, email, whatever, and let's see what we can have happen. Right? We do GameFi every Friday, so if somehow I can bring it up every Friday or something like that, I will do it, as long as everything is on the up and up. Right? It's a shame crypto is littered with shitty kitty hackers. Right? Ah man, it's treachery. I won't download anything people send me. Most people reach out, are super sketched out, and I can't blame them. Yeah, and you know, I know what it's like, Mac. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume you're legitimate. I'm not gonna tell my audience at this moment that you are, but you know, assuming that you are on the up and up and legitimate, maybe you're somebody who's built something and really, like, I get it, man. I know how hard it is. I know how hard it is to get people to give you a chance. I mean, that's what I literally used to do on a daily basis, you know, as far as selling a service, handyman moving services and stuff. Come into $1 million mansion, you got to convince these people that You know what you're doing. I'm younger than most people. I have long dreads, and I got to convince them that they should hire me and pay me thousands of dollars, many thousands of dollars, right? And then I'm responsible for all their stuff. So I have to do a good job. Can't break nothing. It's probably more than the job is worth. Anyways, I digress. I get what it's like, right? I think Sand might have a chance of blowing up. What do you think? Sand has been around for a while. Let's pull up Sand. You know what, Cool Hand Luke? Because it's GameFi Friday and you brought up something that's very relevant, let's pull up Sand. Because I haven't looked at Sand in a while. I've been around long enough. I remember when Sand was like, the rage and newer coin and all of that jazz. I've been in crypto a little bit. So on the max chart, Sand has been around since August 13th, 2020, according to CoinGecko. That's when they started tracking it. Obviously, you can see it had this huge explosive price action. See if we can grab the top of it. $7.23 there. I can just come down here and grab the exact top. All-time high, $8.40. Now, I don't think you're actually asking me about the price action directly. The project itself, I haven't actually looked at. For a long time, Sand was building in the sandbox, and they had nothing to show for it for a really long time. Same with Decentraland, it was coming soon for a really long time. And then the markets moved on, other projects came out, and I just really wasn't paying attention to it. So where they're at right now, I don't know. And exactly what their business model is, I don't know. It looks like a big part of their model is like how you see Roblox and Fortnite and a lot of other different games where you can just build your own stuff, right? And then maybe you get some incentive. I know that Roblox, especially if you build a game on there, they pretty much give you absolutely nothing, and they make all the money off of it. He says, sick, let's go. Okay, hold on, wait. Have an aneurysm trying to read that. Yeah, go. I joined your Discord. I'll reach out tomorrow, King. I gotta go to sleep. Have a good night. Hey, Mac. Thanks for stopping by. Definitely reach out to me, and we will figure out where we can go from there. Anyways, what this thing is doing now, I really don't know, and it's a good question. The website looks pretty good. I like the games. I don't know what the barrier to entry is here. I probably have to download something, so I probably can't just hop right in, right? But let's see what happens if I click on one of these games. Let's go with the Jurassic World, right? My son would love that. Sign in to play. It does give me a very Roblox kind of feel. And here's another thing. I don't know if this really ties into anything you would care about, Cool Hand Luke, but when it comes to like quote unquote metaverse, I mean, I feel like a lot of us really got the vibe that metaverse was going to be like virtual reality. And I got to sign into this. I'm not set up to actually do this right now, so I do apologize. But I think a lot of us really thought like virtual reality, right? We put the headset on, we wander around in a virtual reality, and I'm sure they'll probably launch that at some point. Let me open it back up. Did they say anything about VR? I'm sure they'll launch something of that nature. But a metaverse without virtual reality, I don't know. It feels off. Like if virtual reality is, if metaverse is just having like a free roam world, right? Then, I mean, is World of Warcraft a metaverse game? Obviously, it doesn't have the decentralized blockchain technology and stuff built into it. That helps a lot. But what makes a metaverse like a metaverse? There's also a really popular game that I like to play. They have a metaverse, and it's probably not what I would consider to be a metaverse, right? Garden Warrior. What is he doing? He like just copy and pasted a contract address here. So if the narrative is right, they should do good as well. A lot of others. Yeah. And that's what it's all about. Delivery. It's about timing in the market. It's about if we get an altcoin season. If there's no altcoin season, Sand's not going to do anything. I mean, that's my opinion. It's not financial advice. Yeah, man. Meta was supposed to all be VR. Exactly. like a world you can escape to. I wondered if maybe it was just me who felt like it was supposed to be like that, and then nobody really said it, and then they built metaverses, and then they weren't that. I think that a lot of times they're just building stuff out because they can easily port that stuff over into VR, right? No. Garden Warrior, did I say Garden Warrior? If I did, I'm sorry. I meant Fart Knocker. I don't know why he put a contract address. Maybe it was an accident. I don't know. We already in virtual world. Yeah, right. I go to nature to get away from this. Yeah, I agree with you, Garden Warrior. El Cheeto says, what the heck, LOL. I don't know what he's referring to, but maybe that contract address at Fart. He still hasn't told us what the heck that was about. Not me posting address. Yeah, I know, man. My bad. My bad. I didn't know that I was posting it. It's from Zora. Okay. It's all driving up the algorithm in the chat, right? So don't stress it at all. Anyways, I'm just going to show you an example of what I'm talking about since it's GameFi Friday, and this falls right in line. This is Mobox. I've showed it many times. Who knows if it'll ever do anything? I really feel like they've got more like accomplishments than most people in DeFi gaming. Maybe not more than Gala, maybe not more than Sand, although I haven't really hashed that out yet. But I would say more than a lot of other games. You know, this thing's on Binance Smart Chain, and it's one of the only things that I really know about that survived that whole thing, right? The bear market on Binance Smart Chain for games was treachery, like absolute treachery. And I actually have a lot of things on this, but it's all on a different computer and a different wallet that's not connected. I do have a wallet, you know, just a burner wallet that I can connect to it to show you the game and stuff, but I'm not going to have like all the cool stuff that I would normally have in the game. Anyways, I'm just going to show you an example of, you know, this is their Momoverse, right? And they do have an app for your phone. Like they have several different games. The games are good for where we are, right? They're not like AAA games. They're not like playing Call of Duty on your phone or anything like that. We're going to reload this because I don't know what the heck's taking so long here. But anyways, I think the games are pretty decent for what they are. There's actually, you know, one of the biggest thing that's a hard takeaway is there's actually an ability to earn money here without, you know, you have to do some work, but you don't necessarily have to spend money, right? He says, whoopsie, I guess it's not a great idea to share those. I mean, I don't think anybody can hurt you from sharing a contract address, right? If they push DeFi, then gaming will get its chance probably. Yeah. And I mean, we had the DeFi summer, but that was a long time ago at this point, right? Share from where fart. I made a post in Zora. Okay, yo, throw that post in the Discord, right? I would just go to your profile and then copy and paste your web browser, right? And then post it in the Discord, and people should be able to click and go there, right? I feel like this happened to me the other day. This was really weird. It said the server failed. I've never really had this happen on here. But I mean, I guess they do have to do maintenance and different things sometimes. Let's see if anything else works. Of course, when I go to show it, it's going to do something weird. I have shown it many times. So if this doesn't work, then that pretty much means everything's down. Then they're probably doing maintenance on their servers or something. And this project at one point was worth like dang near $20 a coin. It's not worth that right now, I tell you that. Says I'd have to play around with it. I'm not sure. Says Garden Warrior. What is going in? What is going on? Yo, this sinus, whatever is going on, it's just been absolutely messing me up. And I haven't been sick in like, I don't know, 3 years. I don't even know if I'm sick, but it's like just enough to mess with you, but not enough to like make you really think you're sick. Regardless, though, it is getting on my nerves. 20 people here. That's nice, man. Shout out to everybody. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. If you know somebody who loves crypto, we deep dive. We're hanging out. It's a Friday, right? So we're a little bit more laid back. We're a little bit more chilling and hanging out and talking in the chat. But usually we're very focused on raising your crypto IQ. Pretty much Monday through Thursday. We go live on the weekends. I won't be live tomorrow because I got to go to my buddy's house. The one who I linked his band in the Discord. Good stuff. If you like some psych rock, or if you like rock really at all, you probably enjoy it a lot. They're really up and coming. And for some reason, this is not working. I don't know. I'll come back to it later. But yeah, so everybody hit that like, share, subscribe, and join the Discord. Come in and say hello in the Discord. We've got a lot of chatter going on there. Okay, I think I shared it to the Discord. Let me pull up the Discord and see what's going on here. Well, yo, oh man, Fart Knocker, I hope you're gonna share some of that money that you gonna make from this, because I don't know, with that whatever you want to call it, profile icon, I think you might just get clicks for no reason. You know what I'm saying? It's a good looking Dora right there. Just messing around. A nice Friday night pump would be sick. Doesn't look like it. Yeah. Garden Warrior says, let's go. Yeah, everybody go follow Fart Knocker over here on Zora. I'm going to pull him up. I don't think he's going to get me banned, but he might get me banned. I'm not logged in. Maybe towards the end of the show, I'll pull that down, and then I'll actually log in. That way I can follow you. But I'll keep it up either way. He's already posting some memes. Cool hand Luke says, I'm starting to see mass accumulation on cake. That's a good sign. Yeah, and I love the Binance Smart Chain. I really do. So it is definitely a good sign there. I got you, my boy, says Fart Knocker. All right. You guys should check Underground Friends Band in the Discord. They're really good. Oh, Blues Guy, did you check it out? Man, if you think they're good now, their new album that they're almost done with is phenomenal. And my buddy's actually in like 3 different bands, but I don't know. I would say that's the most successful, but the other band that he's in is really starting to take off too. So for anybody who loves music, spend a lot of time around people and music and in their studio and stuff like that. I'm also very big into music myself. I'm a cake holder. Let's go. Orhan in the building. Orhan, we were just basically sitting here waiting for you to show up. Appreciate you to join us. Now we can all take a deep breath. I'm just messing with you. I am really glad that you showed up, though. I don't know. That kind of sounded facetious or something. I didn't really mean it like that. I really appreciate you being a big part of this community, Orhan. I wish I would have got to talk to you yesterday, Orhan. You were working or you didn't have a mic or whatever it was, but get a mic sometime, man. Even if I got to mail you one. I don't know what your financial situation is, but the way you be hitting those coins, man, I have a feeling you probably could find access to a microphone. That way we could all chat sometime. I got to get some cake. Can you refresh the link in Discord? Are you talking to me or Fart Knocker, right? Says, great rising, my man. Yeah, welcome in. I assume Orhan just woke up. We might start a little early for him. But that's why we run so long, right? He could show up at, for me it's 9:40 p.m., but it's probably like 8 in the morning there or something like that. Hold on 1 second. All right, I'm back. So, Blues Guy, he says, okay, man, let's get to it. Friends of yours underground the ban. Yeah, I mean all of them, all the people in Domino Pink, my friend's band. I know them all pretty well. They're all good people. I would consider them friends, that's for sure. So where do we go from here? We've really covered top gainers, well, we didn't really look at top losers, did we? But I mean, who wants to look at the losers? We got Vanguard. We bought like $5 worth of that. Let's see what that's at. Am I still logged in there? It's worth $5.53. I think it's up like 20 cents, right? And usually the pop-up here, you're not going to see it when it's just in the browser. So that Soulflare wallet just steadily going down right now. The heck, I'll pull it up. I actually didn't mean to do that, but that's all right. Let's go to view all. You can see this that we bought. It's up 11%. I don't know if that's today or since I bought it. Oh, that's 24 hours, right? So it probably went down a little and then up a little. I don't really think I'm up 11% there, but can see all of the terrible things that I bought. Mad, Colin. I remember when Colin was all the rage. Duck AI, Brat. Maneki was supposed to be a good meme. It was for a long time. And then it just finally took a tank and never came back. Vinecoin. Metaplex is, I mean, I'm probably down on it, honestly, but Metaplex was one of the better performers there. And then you see Fart Knocker was his name here. Fart Knocker, I think you kind of missed. I think you missed some of the branding here. Can you change that? It should really be Zora the Explorer or something like that. Your branding should go together. I mean, that's just my opinion, man. I think you could still do really well even if you left it that way. But for as far as branding though goes, it's kind of confusing. All right, so here are my AI generated memes. We can come back to that. Looks like I need to zoom out a little bit. So what does this say? You said it would go up. I should probably buy some more. Oh, these are all separate. Really weird how it like made them all together in one image. Is that what it did? Yo, that's retarded. Here, I didn't actually read them all. So let's see what it gets. I mean, I could screenshot them and separate them, but it's just really retarded. And that's what I mean by ChatGPT. Like, I don't know about AI taking over the world unless it's like that military grade AI, because as far as what it does a lot of the times, I think it's kind of retarded. I mean, it's great. Don't hurt me. Got to be nice to the AI. We don't know when it's going to become sentient. What is going on in this chat? You're running it up. I love it. That's going to help the algorithm, right? I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Hold on, wait. Did we delete somebody again? Coffee? I pressed the wrong button. Silly kid fart knocker. Not this again. You do that a week ago or whatever, yeah. So did we fix it? I haven't seen fart knockers, so okay, you should be able to type now. Hey, at least you guys are figuring it out. So again, these are the memes that they created for me. I mean, you saw what I did, fart knocker, as far as just putting it into ChatGPT. So I should probably buy some more. And then it says AI coins. I don't even know if these are funny. Please, sir, just one meme coin. Bless. Oh, they're using Bless. How weird, dude. Bless, right? And then they put XRPH. I mean, if you know what XRPH is, but that they're so uncorrelated and unrelated that I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Sent it all on S-Coin. Now we pray. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. These memes are pretty lame. You could, if this is the best AI can do, then like you could come up with your own pretty fast. I'm not gonna continue to make it dish out these horrible memes because I don't know. I could take I could do this and have it just generate it in text and then read some of them and then put my own spin on it, you know, and then just make them myself. It's what I recommend. Obviously, it's more work for sure, but yeah, it's also just not a horrible idea. Everybody loves memes, right? Let's get rid of some of these things that we don't need. Blue Sky says, wasn't me. Oh, I just got an idea. My Zora the Explorer needs a Zorro mask. I don't know. I feel like the Zorro mask might ruin it a little bit. I don't know if you heard what I said about the Fart Knocker handle, though, or being on the page. I think you should probably change that if you want to have good branding, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it, right? ChatGPT is wild, says El Cheeto. Exactly. But I didn't think it was that funny. AI needs some work. Yeah, it does. It really does. And again, when you go, I don't even know why I still have that up. When you go to ChatGPT here, let's see. Let's open the side panel. We'll go to the most recent thing. And then I'll grab what I told it to do, right? And then we'll go. So this is regular like ChatGPT. But if you go into like ChatGPTs, right, which are different things, they have one that's specifically built for image generation, right? So then we'll give the same instructions, right, but in the AI that's more specifically built for image generation. Choose the type of website, a crypto angle, platform. And another thing is when you tell this thing like, oh, it's going to be for Zora, it probably has little to no data on what Zora is. So you're probably better putting it as, you're better off putting it as like Twitter, right? Or even TikTok. So say like one. It's asking for like different options. Hyper realistic. Let's go with that. Any text or leave blank. Text. Normally I'd probably leave it blank so that I could actually do it myself. Do Twitter. All right. Hopefully it doesn't. One thing that I noticed the new ChatGPT loves to do is ask you like so many questions before it does anything. And eventually I just get really annoyed with it. And I'm just like, stop asking me questions and just do what I told you to do. Because it used to just do it. And then it honestly, the more questions it seems to ask you about what you want it to do, the worse it does at actually generating whatever you wanted, right? Fartknocker says, how do I change it? I have absolutely no idea. I haven't used it that much. It is. I never use it for visuals. It's a lucky dip. I'm not sure if I missed something. Oh, it is wild. Okay, yeah. He's replying to El Cheeto. I just finished a song, The Lifer. I spoke about it last night. If you want a good listen to it after the stream, yeah, absolutely. I don't know why I'm on this. The big reveal. This thing will take forever to like reveal something. Takes forever. I didn't tell it to generate multiple, right? So I guess it's just making me one meme. Crypto crashes. If we get something good though, Fartknocker, you could feel free to steal it. You can always post it in the Discord, right? And God knows what this thing is about to generate. That's its meme. I mean, the meme is, I've seen worse. Doesn't seem very original, that's for sure. So independent GBT created by the author, not affiliated with or official recommendation by OpenAI. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I mean, that's not that exciting, right? Better off making them yourself, man. Or just pull them from somewhere else and use them. How many people have copyrights on memes, right, Fart Knocker? Like, you could just pull one from somebody that's funny and then use it, and what are they going to do? Good luck getting a lawyer to cooperate, or like Zora to cooperate with lawyers. Who even knows where Zora is based out of? They're probably based out of like Singapore or something. The Cayman Islands. Agree with that. ChatGPT, I tell it to do as it's told, but I didn't want AI to come for me in the future. So I try to be polite. I know I'm in there like saying thank you and stuff for no reason at all. You know, that Skynet coming soon. It's really bummed that this wasn't working. What are the odds that I clicked on it right when, for some reason, it's not working? We've pulled this up on the show before, so it's not like it's broken. Or it's not like it hasn't been working for a long time or something. Maybe I just have too many things running. I don't know. Fart Knocker says he thinks he fixed it. Let's see. We'll refresh. All right. I am just pulling too much bandwidth here, right? Just checking to see if the music's still on. All right. Nothing is happening. Let's try again. Okay, now nothing is happening. Oh, probably because you changed it, so this is no longer. You probably need to drop us a new link in the Discord, Fart Knocker. Maybe he already did that. At Zora. Oh, man. I'm so confused. What is this supposed to say, fam? I don't know. Did you do that on purpose? He probably did that on purpose. He seems like he likes to push the envelope. Yeah, go to change the link. Go to Discord. Yeah, exactly. I found it. Every time you change it, the link changes. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's better branded. I would keep going, man. See if you can make some money. I think you got something going there. I get the same question from ChatGPT and agree it gets annoying and actually makes it worse. Sometimes you got to train it. Exactly. And it didn't used to ask me 5 million questions. Like, I've been using it every day for like a long time. It didn't used to ask me all those questions. And now we're chilling, selling some sugar to the neighbors, as we often do. The neighbors, they need their sugar. And I need their money. I need to buy this new plot of land so that I can build an energy plant and get my candy factory pumping. I want to see how much money they'll give me for some candy canes. Yeah, just like an idle game. What's the point of it? I don't know. I feel like I claim the 24-hour reward like every 3 hours. I don't know what that's about. Of course, this is probably the game I play the most on stream because it's not over graphicked. I don't even know what you call it. All right, let me get rid of this ChatGPT. I feel like I have too many tabs open. This thing is not working. I don't know what its problem is. Let's go back to regular crypto rank there. Back to CoinGecko. Let's go to GameFi. Now let's look and see what the biggest game projects are by market cap. I'm sure Gala, Sandbox, Decentraland. I'm sure some of those are the big ones. Oh, the biggest one is Immutable X. But look at this, the biggest, and I know we've had a lot of pull downs, so maybe this is not the best time to say it, but like, you know, under $1 billion for even the biggest by market cap gaming project. I think that says a lot for where we're at. Potentially over time, the upside for this stuff. Go mining has come up quick. I mean, if you know the history of a lot of tokens that have advertised mining, especially from an app on a phone or whatever, almost all of them were rug pulls and money theft, however you want to say that. So I stayed away from it, but they've been shilling that thing on Telegram hard. It's like in all the Telegram ads. Fart Knockers as Zora Los Explorer. He thought it was dirty. Perfect. I mean, it's there, right? Like, you did, but you didn't. I think that's honestly kind of perfect, for sure. But, yeah. I think you might have accidentally did something there. So, is there a game that blows your mind? Show us, because so far these do not compare to anything by Paradox. Fartknocker, if you're talking about like real AAA games and stuff like that, the simple fact is that if I try to stream it, ain't nothing gonna happen. There are some games for sure that are, I mean, Illuvium was one that comes to mind. Dragon Neo is another one, or whatever it's called. I forget what it's called. It's actually incubated by Mobox, the thing I was just showing you. There are some. Gunzilla, right, is another one. Gunzilla being one of the most top-notch games. But the thing is, if I try to run that, it's just going to be nothing but lag. Y'all are going to hate it. So a lot of times I do be just playing one of these games, but it's mostly when we get kind of towards the end of the stream. Not saying I'm about to get off, but like we get towards the end of the stream, and I'm just playing this for the sake of doing something interesting while we're just hanging out and chatting. I really do wish we could play better games. I did mention that a minute ago, that at some point in the near future, I'm sure I'm going to drop some dough and get a really good gaming computer that we can really stream on. And we definitely are still going to play some slots tonight. Some people have thrown in. I guess I probably should have said that earlier in the stream. El Cheeto's throwing in. Blues Guy threw in. Obviously, I'm going to throw in as well. I don't know if we're going to do it every Friday, because I don't know if that seems a little taxing. You know, just for everybody, like the whole playing some slots together. And of course, I'm going to do right by anybody who puts in. Like, you ain't got to worry about none of that. But it's meant to be a fun thing, right? Like, if you only got a couple of bucks, like, don't feel like you got to throw in. Like, you can still hang out with us while we play. You know, you can still be part of the community and all of that type of stuff. Like, I don't want it to turn into, like, you know, money changes things. And I don't want it to get weird for anybody. But it will be a lot of fun. And I think what I'm going to do is just like Tetris or something addictive. Is there a game that blows your mind? Show us, because so far these do not compare to anything by Paradox. But then he says just like Tetris or something addictive. I don't know. I think this game, Darkstar, is pretty fun. El Cheeto says, let's go nice. Yeah, what I was going to say is I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the stream running and I'll pull up... I'll pull it up here, but I'm also going to then like put headphones on and connect in, and we'll do the voice channel in the Discord, and I'm going to have it streaming in there as well. And I'm hoping that one, we'll all be able to chat and stuff. And then also everybody else will be able to see the slots and everything spin in a much higher quality. I really want to see, this kind of ties into what was saying about some of the gaming and stuff and streaming that. I want to see if it does the same thing it did last night when we did it for a second, and see if it still is not lagging and stuff, or because I have everything running at one time, then all of a sudden it starts lagging, right? So we'll see. Not sure if I'm doing good in this game right now or not. This game does get a little more difficult than you would think it would. Mostly the controls. Like, I hate having to use the mouse and that little wheel. I need like a controller or something like that. I need them upgrades though. It is really hard for me to read the chat while I'm doing this. Ooh, we need that box. All right. We are kept up with the chat. We are 2 hours into the stream, and that is why we are just taking like a little mental break here. I feel like it's a good moment. If there's anything anybody wants to talk about, it obviously doesn't have to be game related. Feel free to bring it up. We will most likely go over it unless it's absolutely insane, but I doubt that'll happen. I swear the best thing are these like little like blades that slide around and crush things. Haven't seen Mr. J tonight. I know Mr. J likes a lot of these type of games, and he even said that he had been messing around with this game, found it at least somewhat entertaining. I really was hoping that I was going to get a little bit more time this week, but this week was pretty much a wash for me with all of this like sinus being messed up and stuff. It messes up my voice, and like I don't want to record videos or make reels and stuff like that sounding crazy, because you never know when that's going to be somebody's first interaction or impression of you, and I just want it to be as good in quality as possible. But it is hard for me to like take a week off or something like that. Not that it was like a whole week, but you know, to take any time off for me is like really hard to do. I'm usually hitting it hard. Cool Hand Luke says, I have learned some things tonight. Thank you, Underground. Absolutely, man. I appreciate you being here. Fartknocker says, I have Darkstar running. I'll give it an honest review. All right, cool. It's decently entertaining. The more I've played it, the more entertaining it has. And I'm glad that Cool Hand Luke came in here and it was like his first night being here, and he found it entertaining. If you found this entertaining, Luke, or like entertaining, like you learned something is what I really mean, what we call that crypto IQ going up, you'll definitely like our regular streams. This is a little bit more laid back kind of thing we do on a Friday night. Just because like I hate to take a day off for one, and everybody's out hanging out on a Friday night. So we do kind of a more chill, you know, session on Friday night, even though usually we're pretty chill as well. Although we're trying to raise, our mission is to raise people's crypto IQs, right? And put a lot of things on your radar that maybe you wouldn't see elsewhere, like early before, you know, everybody else is on it. But at the same time, it's not like a, I'm so smart, look at me, I know better than you kind of thing. We're a community. We hang out. We learn from each other, like all that good stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on in the Discord between different people that, you know, everybody's kind of doing their own thing, which was, it's been a while since I talked about like my original vision for the channel and stuff. Obviously, I was just deep diving and researching myself. And I wanted people who I could talk to it about, because, I mean, anybody who's into crypto and things knows, like, you can't just, like, go to work and talk to normal people about this stuff. Even if they're nice and they'll, like, listen to you ramble about it, like, they don't actually know anything, so there's not any real quality conversation. So we needed I needed, and I feel like a lot of other people who were like me needed a community to hash a lot of this stuff out with. But on top of that, everybody else is doing different things in crypto too. So when they come to the table and then they tell us what they're doing and you tell them what you're into, what you're doing, like, man, we really are a powerhouse when it comes to staying on top of the market, knowing what narratives are trending, knowing about coins that are launching, like just so much stuff that I think we can all be in service to each other. I just kind of have the luxury of leading the charge, right? I wanted this type of information. I looked around and I was like, you know, searched lots of YouTube channels and tried to find somebody who was doing this. And the truth was nobody was doing it. So it was rather, I don't know, not be satisfied with finding the content you want, or step up to the plate and do it yourself. And that's kind of what I decided. says, does the ship speed up? It's like slow motion. Your ship is much faster. Well, you can upgrade the speed of it as like you collect the little experience points. You know, every time you take a ship out, it drops one of those little experience points, and then you'll get level up. You can get speed that way, and then also you can get more speed by upgrading your ship once you're like not really playing. See how this says movement speed 16%? I grabbed that, and now I'm even faster. The speed mostly comes in handy when you deal with like the bosses. This new like thing they threw in here with like the meteors coming down really mess you up when you're playing the bosses. Kind of makes it funner. I do like that they make it a little bit difficult, because if it's too easy, it's going to be, you know, too easy, and that won't be fun. And sometimes there's just like so much stuff going on and like raining down on you. Like there's nowhere you can go to dodge stuff. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if you can play it on mobile. It seems like it would be a lot easier to play on mobile than this. Now, you're supposed to be able to, and Fartknocker, if you're playing it and stuff, they say you could win a minimum of $5 a day. Like, they act like it's like a minimum of $5 a day. I have a wallet address linked, but tell me if you get anything, right? Like, tell me if they drop you anything. Because I don't know what wallet I linked. I feel like I must have made like one of their wallets or something. I can't figure it out. I haven't tried too hard either, but hopefully there's a bunch of money sitting somewhere for me, right? Let's see. Yes, bro. Love the vibe. Learning and having a laugh as well. Exactly, Garden Warrior. That makes me feel accomplished, right? Makes me feel like I'm doing what I set out to do. 100% beginning of a great channel. Thank you, El Cheeto. I absolutely hope so. Agreed, Fart. I'm learning heaps. I've never engaged like this in any group before that I've been a part of. Okay, Garden Warrior, man, that's awesome. That really makes me feel good that you feel welcome here and that you're, you know, interacting and you're enjoying it. You've been here quite a few days and stuff, so the fact that you're coming back means we're doing something right. Time for another compliment. Underground, you are one of the brightest and enlightening minds I've came across in this life. I'm blessed to know you and be a part of the channel, and I'm sure I speak for many peeps. Hey, man, I accept, I receive that, you know, and I appreciate you saying that, man. Talking to you guys yesterday was so awesome. For anybody who wasn't there, it was not planned, although we are going to do like a more planned thing. We probably won't go as off the rails as we did last night, but we're definitely going to be chatting in that voice channel. I want to do like a planned time to do that, right? I just got to kind of figure out what works for everybody. It's a little bit difficult. Somebody is going to get, you know, left out. It's just how it goes, right? Somebody's not going to, I don't know. They're not going to be available, right? We can't make it where everybody's available. And the same goes for everyone else here. You are awesome. Yeah, we have so far, man, such a great community. I'm so blessed. Have you won anything? I don't know, Fartknocker. To be honest with you, here, I'll die in a minute here, probably on the main boss, or I'll win and I'll beat the like challenge of the day, and then I'll show you a few things on here, Fartknocker. The Blues guy, very, very true words. I appreciate all of you, man. Elchi, GW, Orhan, you guys rock. That would be sick. Yeah, I mean, so here, I'll pull it up over here real quick. I will continue to play it in a second, but if you just type in Darkstar, which I'm assuming you did something of this nature in order to get there, right? And you go to their website. They have a very bold claim. Hopefully they didn't change it, right? So it says right here, Darkstar, first AI-powered game online, and Kaya. Kaya kind of seems like the main thing that it's built on. I don't know what this line is, but apparently this was something else, and then it merged together to make, I don't know, what it is now as far as the blockchain. And then with 100% airdrops, right, everyone can earn a minimum of $5 daily. So the way that they distribute the money is not like in the app. It's like an airdrop, right? based off of how much you played it. Well, we've been playing it quite a bit. And at the main dashboard, when you're in between games, there's a spot that says wallet, and you can put a wallet in there. I could change the wallet, right? But I must have linked a wallet there at some point. So I don't know. I'm going to have to figure it out. I don't know what wallet I used. Oh, he says he copied my URL. Okay. I mean, I don't think there's any problem with that. But when you're in between games and you're like at the dashboard, look on the little side. I think it should be on your left-hand side, right? And it says wallet. Click there and put a wallet in. And if you could, Fart Knocker, let me know what kind of wallet they make you put in. Do they have you make a wallet? I can't remember what I did. I really need to know. We should do it after Bitcoin goes up, right? We need a little euphoria. I copied your URL. Okay, awesome. Noticing I have the stream up, right? I'm noticing that it's lagging a little bit. Is it lagging for you guys? I hope not. I probably have way too many things up. Let's kill a couple of things here. Well, that should do it. Definitely killed a few things. If you don't know about MemeX, just as we talked about Zora and the potential there, I mean, MemeX is a very similar thing. I've talked about it several times. So if you've heard this before, don't worry. I'm going to make it really brief, right? They have a campaign going on, and they're giving away a decent amount of money. Now, how hard it is to get into the top and win like $10,000, it's probably super hard. I don't know. These are probably bots or something. Like, a lot of these have the same. Wow, is somebody just like farming this thing? Okay. I probably should dig into this a little bit, right? And figure out like when. Huh, this is weird because this looks exactly like their Twitter. But mine didn't do this, and I did link my Twitter. They're even followed by Hannah, which is a new project, which is kind of crazy. I don't know who this guy is or what he's doing. And again, it's auto-translated by Grok, so who knows how accurate a lot of this stuff is. All right. I actually took the time to read that, and I don't know what the heck I just read. Yeah, so I don't know. He's like some kind of influencer from like China or something. But anyways, he getting after it. And it says he has 86.1 thousand followers. See, this is where it gets confusing because now I'm over on x.com, right? So this is his actual Twitter. But when I was here, I don't know. I want to go to his MemeCore account, right? Like I don't care about his actual Twitter. Yeah, why does it take me to Twitter? Like I want to see his MemeCore account. Can I do that? I don't want to subscribe to him. What is he going to sell me stuff? Where is the MemeCore? I do like how integrated MemeCore is with X. But I'm not going to lie, I'd be totally confused here about what the heck is going on. Same thing here. It takes me to their Twitter. They only have 11,000 followers. So I was reading everything they had been posting on Twitter. So do I need to actually get traction on Twitter in order to like do something in the campaign? I can't figure out this campaign stuff. But they're giving away a lot of money, you know, compared to a lot of things. I guess what you consider to be airdrops. To the top 500 people, they're giving some dough to, right? And they're giving 10 grand to the top 30. So I want to figure out how I can see their actual like MemeCore accounts, not their X accounts. Are they not posting? Like I said, you link your MemeX to your Twitter. So are they not posting actually on MemeX? Am I just like the idiot who's posting on MemeX? And why would they want you to post on Twitter if they built like a whole platform, right? See, did I get anything go over 1,000 impressions? I don't think so. Why do I keep going over this? Because, I mean, I want that free bread, man. Now, when you go to the leaderboard, I don't know. That's like completely different. If it'll go to the leaderboard. Jeez, how many times I got to click this? Let's see. Garden Warrior says, I saw the voice chat icon. I didn't realize. I'll jump in next time I see you there. Well, we should have it up tonight if you want to hop in. I'm going to leave the stream running at some point, probably very soon, and we're going to start doing a few things over there. He says, interesting, man. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why this thing is not loading. It is very annoying. I got direct connection from my router and stuff. Should be super fast. Okay, so then they have this leaderboard, which is like a totally different thing. And now it's reloading again. Not sure why this is, at least the stream doesn't look like it's lagging. I don't know. We're going to move on because it's just taking too long, right? Rather play Darkstar, to be honest with you, than deal with whatever the heck's going on there. Half the time I just pick upgrades. I don't even know what they are. And now I'm getting so like overran. I'm just like literally trying to survive until like my blades turn back on. Looks like I got one of the better upgrades. Another thing is like it gives you random upgrades. You could click refresh, you know. I don't know how many times it'll let you do that. Let's turn on that whirlwind speed so blades spin a lot faster. Let's see, it's up that damage. Crap. And man, the time flew tonight. We got it on some good topics and the time just went. I'm so lost with all these sites and all. I'm old school. Good old pen and paper. Let's go underground, find out. Yeah, man. If that's how you feel, Blues Guy, I highly recommend to take some notes and stuff like that. Blues Guy, do you have like an actual computer? And that kind of goes for everybody. This stuff is much easier on a computer. I mean, the video game that I'm playing stuff, you could probably play that on a mobile phone or something. But for a lot of the stuff that we do here, probably going to be much simpler to do on a computer of some sort. So highly recommend that, right? But I understand not everybody can just run out and buy a computer. Although I feel like most people have a computer at this point. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a little nuts and I have like 5 computers for no reason at all. So it's funny, one of the laptops I bought, I had a week where I made $2,000 trading, so I was like, I'm gonna buy a laptop so I can trade on the go. It was a nice laptop. It was only like $500 though. And then like 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, I lost all of the money that I had just made plus my initial investment. I lost like $5,000 or like 4,800 or something, and that sucked. So I thought I made the money and paid for that laptop. It's just a random memory I'm sharing with you guys. Thought I made the money and paid for the laptop, and then I didn't. Then I lost it all. So now I just have the laptop and I lost all my money, so I wasn't even trading for a while. Yeah. So for anybody who goes through it, you know, I shared this with Blues Guy and stuff. Anybody who goes through it, I feel you guys. I know what it's like, right? Blues Guy says, I got 2 laptops and 2 phones open right now. Hey, he's doing it. He's doing it right. But surfing the web is so hard. Okay. I grew up with this stuff, so I'm not going to lie. I take it for granted. I don't really think of it as hard, but I get it. I do. I like to game here and there. Had to finally get one last year. Yeah, El Cheeto, it's hard to live without like some kind of computer, right? And it's that time again. This is not the slots that we're going to be, well, We could play this slot. I don't know. We got to figure out what game we're going to play. We can get into that a little bit more. We'll get into that a little bit more whenever we kind of get everybody in the chat and stuff. I hope it works out the way that I'd like it to work out. Otherwise, we'll just operate through the chat like we're already hanging out. So I've explained this game a bunch of times. We have enough spins. We should be able to get to number 10. We're in really good shape here, right? So see the coin? I'm glad that it stopped on 1. So every time, so you have 10 spins, right? On the 10th spin, it all starts back over. But that last 10th spin, every time you get a coin in every slot, it keeps track of it. And each time there's a coin in a slot, that's going to be a wild, right, that you get. So what we really, really, really want here is we want a coin to fall into this slot. We really want to win some more money so we have more spins, right? But we might even get to do a few more spins today if we can have a good play. If we could just get a coin in here, right? So far, not so good. We have 2 more. And we need a coin right there. Come on. Need coin. Yeah, so we didn't get it. We did get another coin over here. So let's see what happens. I mean, we could totally get burned. We've been getting burned a little bit. See how they all turn into wilds? Yeah, got burned. That sucks because we were set up so good there. Anyways, I don't know if we'll choose to play that game. I really thought we were going to get something out of that. All right, and that was the stake.com gambling of the day. Says yes, game time. Yes, game time coming soon. Let's see if I could beat the boss here, right, and get my daily reward here. I was going to show Fart Knocker some things in the dashboard, although I'm pretty sure he's probably figured it out by now. As far as the whole wallet and where that's at, I'm sure he figured that out. Still waiting on his feedback though. Did they make him make a wallet that's associated with it, or what? How did that work? Dang, now I got one of these bosses like chasing me around. There's like nowhere to go. I'm like getting cooked. The one thing I didn't get to upgrade was like the health regeneration. That's what I really need. Says the pirate. All right, Blues guy. I will say that pirate, we'll take votes on it, right? I'm not going to decide for anybody since everybody's putting in. But that pirate game ate us up last time. I don't really have a lot of good runs with that pirate game. It's fun as heck to watch for whatever reason. Like, it's very entertaining to play. But, man, it chews me up like every time. And the win rate just seems so low. Whoa, I don't know what that upgrade was. I've never seen that before. Now we're like super overpowered. Can I get some health regeneration upgrade? That's what we really need. Ah, here we are. Recovers HP once per second. That's what we need. Can tell the big boss is definitely coming. Am I taking hits right now? All right, what do we got? Increase the range of our missiles. Definitely need that. Usually this guy's not so hard to beat because I can kind of sit in the corners, but now they got these asteroids or whatever falling out of the sky. They really be messing me up. Half the time there's so much stuff like going around from me and them and everything. I don't even know what's going on most of the time. We've done a lot of damage though. Damn, I drove right into that laser. Oh man. We're doing good damage, but we just gotta survive long enough to win. I'll probably use the rebirth if I die anyways, so. And I'm getting cooked. Oof, then I got punched. In there with the laser beam. Oh, wow, we did it. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat. Blues Guy says word. Yeah, man, remember we played the other game for a really long time on slots. We did pretty good with it. And then we switched to the pirate game. We got chewed up. Then the other game we played for forever, which doesn't mean that it'll be like that today. You know, we'll bounce around. I do apologize for the little bit of like sniffling in the microphone. I get that is probably really annoying. Hopefully I haven't done it too much time. I'm going to turn my mic down and actually take care of that. And then I realized my microphone is off, so scratch like everything I just said, right? No, I meant to do that. I just wanted everybody to run the chat up. No, I'm just kidding. I was talking about Garden Warrior and was talking about his son playing Xbox and not gaming since he was a kid or a teen. And yeah, I don't really get to do any gaming either. Says mic check, muted. It takes a second to catch up, but you guys should all hear me now. Sorry about that. All right, so we're hitting that 2.5 hour mark. It's a Friday. Not a whole lot to really chat about here, so let's hop over and do this. So we will start talking about what we're going to do. And it's last call for alcohol, everybody. When we get to playing, money you want to throw in is gonna be over, right? So Blues Guy threw in, El Cheeto threw in. Obviously, I'm gonna throw in, and we'll go from there. If anybody wants to get in on it, just let me know, and we can figure out how we're gonna do it, right? Because depending on where you are, certain things might be easier. If you're in America, I can just hit you with the Cash App. If you're somewhere else far away, we can run it through crypto or something like that. His mic is off. Is the mic still off? So, Blues Guy through. Okay. Archangel Tron, you must be behind. Everybody else good? Everybody else can hear me? Somewhere I have all of my different casinos. I think I would rather play here on Pulse. It's where we were playing before. I do have many of these casinos, so there's that. Then you have like the free coins. The free coins are pointless. Oh, wow. It says I won 20 free spins. They do this from time to time. They do this. All right. Well, I guess we'll play this real quick because it'll just give us a little bit of capital. I hope we win something and get some capital. I have 20 free rounds, probably at 20 cents, no doubt. Yeah, he was behind. I had a feeling. Hey, no worries, Archangel Tron. So where are we at? I'm getting 20 free spins here, so let's just do $20 25, and then I won't have to click anything. I think I played this once before. I love when they give you like 20 free spins and then you spin and they give you nothing at all. It's like, is this an advertisement for this game? Because I don't know why I would play this game when you just burned me on literally 20 free spins that you gave me. If anything, you should make me win at least something so that I'm enticed to play it, right? Am I crazy? Anybody else think like that? If you're going to advertise something to me and give me free plays and then do literally 20 spins and win nothing, like there's no way I would ever play this game. Yeah, straight up. Not one single win. Is it because I did the like auto spins? Does it burn you on auto spins? I have no idea, but after that free preview of that game, I would never play that game ever. So here's the reason why I'm bringing this up before we get all set up for it and everything is this is what we played a lot last time. I understand if we played it a lot and maybe it's a little boring. It was hitting. It was doing pretty well. Here is Pirates, right? If everybody remembers that. Blues Guy seems to like this game. I like it too. It's fun, but like it can be a little difficult. It's one of those high. A lot of times they'll tell you too. See where it says volatility down here? So there's different games at different volatility. This has a high volatility too. We were cooking on that game last time. This is one that I've played a lot. It has a little less volatility, which means they mostly string you along for a longer period of time, right? I will say that I'll say that the games that I used to really love to play, like they were my favorite game and I used to win all the time on, they got rid of them. And they didn't just get rid of them on this platform. They took them away on every platform that I play. I don't know what that's about. The win rate must have been too high or something. I don't know what that is. But, yeah, so let's kind of figure out what we're doing here. So those were the ones that we have been playing. My highest recommendation's probably this one, right? Although we did that one a lot of times. So if you guys don't want to do that, I totally understand. And then maybe we'll pull up, see, where else would I play? I mean, we do have the option of playing where we had been playing on stake.com. And then here is another one. Let me pull it out of frame from what you guys are seeing so I can go ahead and log in. And I'm going to cut some of these other things out, right? Because they're going to hurt us as far as our frames per second here. Man, this thing should have gave me some free money for the day. What's up with that? So, I don't know. I almost feel like this is where we should play over on Chumba. I do apologize if I'm losing you a little bit. This is a good game. It didn't let me just preview it. I have gold coins. They're basically useless, but the one thing they do let me do is like spin the wheel and play the game and show you without like actually caring what it does, right? So let's see. We got it on the lowest bet. Let's run it, say 25. Let's just run it 10 here. You'll get the point, right? So this is the game. Of course, you're going to be winning on gold coins because, you know, that convinces you to spend real money, right? But anyways, this one's pretty fun. This one has a pretty decent hit rate. There's some, you know, with every game, there's features and stuff like that. I don't want to bore you to death and explain everything. We're going to play it. You'll figure it out. But this one's pretty cool. I'll just let it run for the 10 spins, and then I'll show you the other one. And let me check the Discord real quick. So anyways, you get the point. That was all like just coins, so nothing crazy there. Nothing going on, nothing in the Discord. Like I said, kind of last call for alcohol before we kick off here. Everybody's more than welcome to hang out with us, you know, even if you don't throw anything in, don't feel about it. El Cheeto says Chumba is lit. Yeah, I like Chumba. And they do you pretty well when it comes to just giving you some free money to play with. It's not bad. They give you a little bit. That's not what I want to do. I want to go back here. So the other one that I like a lot that tends to hit is this Roaring Lions. Now, there's different types of slots, right? So some slots have these big grand prizes, right? You're probably never going to hit them on the lowest ante, you know, the lowest bet. I don't know what kind of bet we would need to hit them. Usually you're only going to hit minis and minors, but I mean, there's potential with these. Like you can hit grands, you can hit majors. They're worth some decent dough. I mean, 3.5 million for the grand prize, right? So, I mean, is it likely to happen? I don't know. Probably not, but it's definitely possible. And I'll show you what that one looks like for 10 spins real quick. Hopefully it does like the feature or something like that. Damn, it's not going to let me toggle. All right. Let's go back. What is going on? Oh, I have to actually click it. Okay, that makes sense. And anybody in the chat, I mean, the people's opinions that matter the most would be El Cheeto and Blues Guy, because that's who threw in. Garden Warriors. Fart must be deep diving on the wallet now. Yeah, he must be, because he never came back, right? We gave him the sauce and then he ran off on us. No, I'm just playing. Where are we at? I know Garden Warrior mentioned he wanted to get in on it. No pressure. It doesn't matter to me if you throw down or not, and like really not trying to pressure people about it. It's just for fun. But if you did want to hop in, just let me know. Other than that, we're about to kick off. So this game has way more upside, way more potential, right? But who knows? And it's about to maybe hit the feature. Oh, so close. So you got to get 3 of these, whatever this picture is. And I mean, you had them there, but they weren't good enough. See, this is the other little feature, though. This thing is pretty cool, right? Oh, man, that thing just got lit. So it spins. You need to get these lions every time for it to keep going. But every time it does, they become wilds, right? So you didn't land one. But are you going to land a feature? No. So then anyways, because you didn't get one, it's over. But anyways, that can hit pretty hard. And then the other one, hopefully everybody's keeping up. Basically, I'm just kind of going to executive order here that we're going to play Chumba. And it's big bucks, 10,000 lions, or roaring strike. And I'll throw up 10,000 lions so that you can see that one. But after that, we're going to take a quick vote here between anybody who threw in, and then we will get the funds rolling, and we'll get everything together here. Hopefully I don't have any trouble getting money onto this exchange. Sometimes they'll give you random issues, kind of annoying. All right, 10,000 lions is okay. I feel like this one is like, it's pretty decent. It'll keep you running. Sometimes it'll kind of run you through too. You never know, right? Like this is legit gambling. Like you are gambling. So there's no telling what's going to happen, good or bad. I was hoping this would hit like a feature or something. And then so if you get the little diamonds, you need 6 of them to trigger like what's called the feature. So like the best part of the game, of the slot. Oh, that was a good one. The best part of the slot is generally the feature, right? And then you have what's like mini features. So if you get all 6 of those little diamonds, right, it'll launch you into another mode. And in that other mode, you can pick up more diamonds, and they're all worth a certain amount of money. Obviously, they're represented in coins right now, but they would be represented in actual money. So just looking at the metrics for the live stream, it says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I don't know why it does this. And then it like cuts the chat off, like it's way behind in the chat. And then it tells me that it also tells me that like we're in the beginning of the stream. Okay, maybe not. I just have to fast forward it. All right. So yeah, still got 14 people with us. That's awesome. Let's see how we want to do this here. So while I let you guys kind of vote on what you want to do, my highest recommendation is probably the Big Buck Bison, second Roaring Lions, and third 10,000 Lions. But vote on what you want because you guys pitched in. You know what I mean? I played a lot of these, so I just want us to have a good time. But I don't actually care what we play at all. And again, I'm really interested to see what's going to happen when we try to double stream here. Hopefully, I don't look too crazy with these headphones on. And hopefully, plugged in, I can hear what's going on too. So let's hop into the Discord. El Cheeto and Blues Guy, if you could please join the underground talk, that would be much appreciated. Said throw it in a poll, good for the algo. Yeah, absolutely. I could do that. Oh wait, doing it from the wrong place though. Let me do it over here. And then I guess everybody could vote on it. Even though that kind of skews it, but that's okay. It's okay. Engage with the audience, start a poll, ask a question. What slot? And then we want Big Buck, 10K Lion. And what the heck is the name of the other one? Roaring Strike? Is that what it's called? Yeah, Roaring Strike. And great recommendation there, by the way. Got to give you props. That was a good idea. So let's throw it up, see what happens. It's hilarious how I have multiple accounts, so like I could totally rig it and vote on whatever I want, but I won't even vote, right? I'm just messing around. I wouldn't do that. Doesn't matter enough to me. And again, if El Cheeto and Blues Guy could come to the underground talk for the voice channel, that would be great. Can everybody on the live still hear me? All right, cool. Had to close that poll, so I can't see the chat. Man, I haven't touched any of this water. I don't know how I did it tonight. I guess that's a good sign that I'm getting better. Archangel says yes. What did he say yes to? Not sure what he said yes to. Oh, I had just asked a question. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot as quick as I asked it, right? All right, let me get over to the Discord. Okay, El Cheeto's here. El Cheeto, if you could do me a favor and just say something in here so I know if my headphones are working. I did not hear anything. Anybody, El Cheeto, Blues guy? I saw that you talked, but I didn't hear nothing. Okay, I think I heard Blues guy. Probably need to turn my microphone up. Blues guy, can you say something in the Discord so I can hear you? Anybody? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can hear you. It's a little staticky, but I got you. I got you. Hello? Can you hear me? All right, here. Let me go to settings. You should be able to hear me on the live though, right? So input, okay, output. Input volume very high. Output volume should also be high. Sorry, I'm going through settings here. And I got to make sure that, okay, then echo noise cancellation is turned off. All right, we should be good to go here. And then I just need to, what's up, what's up? I'm not sure if I'm getting a double, if I'm getting you twice, Blues guy. I'm not sure. Do you have the Discord open on multiple devices? Yeah. Have you cut them on one of them? All right. All right. So should be set up. We should be launching the live inside the actual Discord here. All right, cool. All right, so we should be all set up. I'm going to pull the casino down for a second so I can actually get the funds in. So, I mean, what's that? Yeah, we're still on YouTube. Oh, we should be. I hope so. Yeah, we're still streaming here. It says we got 15 people in. That's awesome. And we'll be chilling for a little while, right? So might as well rack up some watch hours. Hopefully you guys are still technically on it. So I pulled it down for YouTube. Maybe we could rerun this here. And then hopefully I have it pulled down. Okay, so I have it pulled down in both places. Now I should be able to add some funds here. So everybody pretty much threw in like $11 and $12. And then I'm gonna throw that in as well. All right, hopefully this works well. And they don't give me no stress. It's weird. They don't have a... So what did we decide on? I don't know what the poll did. Here, I got to pull up the poll. Wait, I got... It was 10K Lion? Oh, wow. I'm surprised to hear that. Okay, I should be able to pull it up myself too here. Then I just need to make sure this is not up. Okay, we should be good to go. Coin operated. What's up, man? We are in the chat as well. Coin operated for the underground talk where we were hanging out yesterday. We're like in both at the same time, right? Just getting the funds into the account. I didn't have it preloaded. I really should have did that, but I wasn't sure what we were going to be using, which exchange, so I didn't want to preload them in the wrong place or something, right? Have to double, like triple buy. And I'm just waiting for it to load and process and go through. It's almost like we've moved to a like a members only thing, right? Even though we didn't. And I see you, Garden Warrior. He says, sorry, I will have to next week, out driving at the moment. Hey, no stress, man. No stress, no worries. And for anybody who's still here, we're going to get rocking in just a second. So if you could just give us like a minute or two, we will be rocking at that point. Don't want everybody to think like we just ended the stream and we didn't do anything. So let's hit get coins again. All right, I got to buy it twice because they don't have like a $40 option. They only have 20 and then 50. So I got to do it twice. If somebody could say something again in the Discord chat, I would appreciate that just so I can hear everybody. You're super staticky, actually. You know, Blues Guy, how you had two different things running. Can you try to go back to the other thing you were using? Whatever you were using last night was nice and crisp and clear, but all right, it should fix itself. All right. Yeah, it looks like it fixed itself. So if you're hearing this and seeing this on YouTube, throw something in the chat so I know that you're hearing it and seeing it. We pretty much picked what we're going to do. See if I can look at the poll, right? Can I look at my own poll here? Not sure. Top chat, live chat. I want to see the poll, though. I'm in the studio, YouTube studio, and I'm not even seeing my own poll. It's kind of annoying. Did I have to like pin the poll or something? Okay, I see where I messed up. Oh wow, we need another vote. It's tied. Okay, it's tied between Big Buck and 10K Lion. Can everybody hear me in the Discord? Coin operated. Where's coin operated? Coin operated, we need you to break the tie if you haven't already voted. Blues Guy, did you hear me about your mic? This is the first time that we're doing this, so. All right. Yeah, so what do you guys want to do? It's 40 to 40, big buck or 10K lion. I don't want to make this overly complicated because it feels like I'm making it overly complicated, right? Just let me know what you guys want to do. I just don't want to decide for everybody and then people be unhappy with it, you know? Especially the first time that we're doing this, right? That would kind of suck. Let's get rid of everything else here. That way we can run as fast as possible. All right, El Cheeto, I'm gonna, I'll break the tie here. I gave it a minute, you know. Yeah, you're still really so staticky. What did you use yesterday, Blue Sky? Huh. It might be your service or something. I guess now it says you're still very scratchy. I don't know. We might just have to rock with it. I'm just trying to get the stream to connect on. Yeah, I can hear you, Blue Sky. Can you hear me? I don't know if it's scratchy for other people. It might just be me. I wouldn't stress about it too much. I'm trying to get the YouTube stream to run, but it just seems like it's cooked with me streaming to this at the same time. We hit our 3 hours over there. I might just cut the stream. I can hear you. It's a little better. I'm just going to give 2 seconds for everybody to see what I put, and then I'm going to kill the other stream. And we're going to go ahead and start playing, guys. I look forward to this. I can hear you. Still very scratchy. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. El Cheeto, is it scratchy for you too?